Black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm back. Yo, I'm black and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blickety black, 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 I'm black, 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 y'all, and I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, cause I'm black.
Sisters, how y'all feel? Brothers, y'all alright? I'm getting tired of your shit. You don't never buy me nothing. And every time you come around, you got the clone Jim, James, Paul, and Tyrone.
Yes.
I think them niggas clone Tyrone.
You know what? Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another 3 Black Geeks episode celebrating Black History Month.
Black cinema as it would be, because black people, we make high quality cinema also. We just need to celebrate it as so. And yeah. And if you're asking the question, and if you'd ask that one question, is Friday black high black cinema? Actually, from a filmmaking standpoint, yes, it actually is. Actually, Gary F. Gray didn't know it, but he was making a serious classic in how to make a film. So yes, Friday is considered one. Harlem Nights, not so much, but not for the reasons you think. Anyway.
But I'll just say this, like, we talk about black cinema, right? I'm going back to American Fiction when Jeffrey Wright is watching the whole celebrate black cinema, and it's like that shit had me in tears because it's accurate as fuck.
It's always look, black folk, I get it. Color Purple has been good to the meme community of niggas for the last 25 years.
Oh, yes, it has.
I totally understand.
Think what's love got to do with it?
What's love got to do with it? What was it? Waiting to Exhale. Waiting to Exhale to me is one of the best. It's probably one of the, not the raggedy bitch one. This one. This motherfucker is psychotic. Boy, Angela Bassett, that whole scene. No, my fuck. God, he don't shoot my ass. That was so much Negro woman. Anyway, but yes.
That's it. The American Fiction was just, it highlights every single Black History Month. It's like, celebrate black, and it's always Ricky getting shot in the back.
Here's the thing also. Black folk, we know how to make fun of ourselves because we know there's black people that have good intentions, and then there's black folk when we have good intentions, and it's like, hey yo, who made this? Hey Neil, man, bring it in, nigga. What the fuck? And I call that, you know what? We don't want to show that at our theater. We got a movie called Cornbread, Earl, and Me. It's like, yeah, brother, I'm for that, but.
That is a sad movie. That is a sad fucking movie, man. And yet you would never know it when you look at the front cover of the movie and see smiling Lawrence Fishburne.
That was the 70s, man. Where it'd be like, oh, happy, and somebody gets shot in the back. Credits, you know, that ain't like that.
Killed Cornbread. He didn't do anything. I'm like, God damn. But nah,
some nigga has to die, and I think that's what. And then, you know, it's kind of funny. I said it earlier with Friday. I think a lot of people, I think there was a section of black folk who were traumatized of movies like that when they saw the gunshot go off and they saw the whole thing of Craig's life. Yeah. And you just see Craig like, so what you gonna do, Craig? You gonna shoot me? It's like, yeah, Craig, fight, Craig. Don't you get shot. Stay alive. Don't be a statistic. How sad is it for black folk that we got a fist fight in order not to be a statistic? That is the one of the.
I mean, look. I will always, and I know Chael loves the jokes that we have for Luke Cage, but I laughed at the end of first season where it turned to Friday. So I'm like, we just got two niggas fighting out in the streets in Harlem, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Come on,
I'm
man.
fine with it.
The whole hood out, nigga.
Might as well. Fine. Fuck
Fight,
it.
fight.
It's like two strong niggas that can throw a car fighting in the streets.
See, this is the high. That's the when you talk about high quality Black Negro cinema. You know, it's kind of funny. We when it comes to Black movies, I think we want to like highlight the important indie movies that are out there for Black people. But I think now we're getting to the point where it has to. Black drama has to come from Black pain, and Black people, we know how to do that. Like put it this way.
Dude, we just got the Piano Lesson on Netflix, which is a good movie, by the way.
Let's put it this way. I think the South Koreans are really, really great with melodrama.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? The South Koreans are really great. They have mastered that. The Japanese too, but it's a little bit different than the Koreans. It's a little bit different than Koreans. The Chinese is like, oh, bring it in. But the Koreans got it. But anyway, I think with Black folk, we do pain very well. Yeah. And this pisses me off saying
we didn't lose recipes on that.
Yeah, this is going to piss me off saying this. This is why Tyler Perry movies and slave movies are very, very popular. Because, and I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
That is something that Black people of all shapes of us, we connect to. We connect to our pain almost similar. Yeah. And that's why those, like, now with slave movies, I mean, look, here's my thing, Chris. If it's done right, I'm not mad, but I'm not going to, you know what I need to do? Lay down, take out popcorn, and turn on 12 Years a Slave. Look.
I'll tell you this much.
Never coming out of my mouth.
I will say this. When I did the review for Emancipation, I said it was one of those movies I can watch one time and I don't need to watch it again. Doesn't mean it's a bad movie. It's just,
hey,
Will Smith did his job. It was fine. I don't need to see this again. I'm good. Like, cool. If you want to show it to kids in school, that's great. I think that's a wonderful tool to have. But past that, I don't need to watch it multiple times.
I was going to at first I know we praised it, but I looked at it again, and I don't want to watch it again. It's Antebellum. It's like
that's a one-time watch.
It's a one-time watch. It was a cathartic, but when you watch it the second time, it's like
it's a lot of plot holes in this.
Not even the plot holes. This is like, okay, so. There was all that pain for what, nigga? We didn't have to. Okay, yeah, it was leading up to somewhere. Well, at least Janelle Monáe didn't get. Oh, yes, she did. Okay, look, the point is this. The point.
I'll say this: they cloned Tyrone. What I loved about this movie. Let me tell you something. When it comes to conspiracy theories, to what you just said about melodrama and Koreans nailing it right. When it comes to conspiracy theories, I got to give it up to us as Black people. We know how to craft some good conspiracy theories. Yeah, some of them are going to be like, dog, stay off the fucking weed. Others, it's like, there might be something to this. There might be something to this. Tupac being alive? Maybe.
This is, okay, check this out, Chris. Shut the fuck up first. He's not alive. We're not doing this. Look, I'm sick of all you grown-ass men who are touching 50 going, you know, Pac is in Aruba. Shut up. Shut up.
It's on the Epstein list.
This movie, the reason why I chose this as one of my Black movies that I want to put out Blackness for me was because this is my apology and me making my argument to all my brothers that I grew up with who did conspiracy theories all the time. And it was this. You sound stupid because you're on the right track, brother.
Yeah.
But I don't think Will Smith sucking a white man's dick has anything to do with the poverty in America. It's so weird with all the conspiracy theories that I grew up with hearing. It always involved a man giving up the cheeks.
That's a default. That's a default. No imagination. I kind of feel some way because it's like,
and that's why I get mad at Black folk. We are very creative. This is why I get mad at Black folk. Period. We're very creative. We're super creative. But when you give me the basic plot thread of, you know, what they do with the Black man, they take him to jail so he can lose his manhood, right? It's like dog, stop dealing with the small potatoes, dog. Can we talk?
These are the people. Oh, hold on, your mic. You might D. You froze.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
no,
All
no.
right, go. But I mean, D. These are the guys that we deal with. We have in our families and everywhere. These kind of guys, you know. Just saying, like these.
A CO conspiracy.
We all have Oswald Bates in our family. All right.
We all have one. You know, the ones, Chris, I got a question. How many different scenarios of Tupac Shakur dying have you heard? What the real reason was and why they did
five different ones. One was Puffy killed him, which maybe.
I believe that, but look, I'm starting not to believe it.
Yeah.
I'm actually starting not to believe it for a multitude of reasons. I'm not getting into it here, but it's the strongest thread I have to Tupac.
It's like
Tupac's eventual death. That's all I can say.
Like Puffy killed him. Gang violence.
I know gang
Suge
violence.
set it up.
Cops. I heard the cops.
Which cops seems very likely because
I think the cops is the one that actually happened.
I forgot the fifth one. Who the fuck? Oh, this one was more fucked up because I just think people hate women. Said fucking Biggie's wife Faith set it up, and I'm like, there's nothing in me that says Faith Evans set this up here. Like
that's a conspiracy theory from 1998, y'all. I remember hearing that, but that was like when I was like first year in high school.
Yeah,
my last like 8th grade year, I heard that. With the year after Pac died, I heard that one. That Faith set it up.
I'm like, I guess
what and we're sitting here, and every now and then I'm flipping through Facebook reels because my brain is rotted out because Trump is in office. Here we are. And I'm just flipping through reels, and I land on one. So what you know about it? Yeah, man, that's when Pac came out there. I seen the whole thing, and he's like, "This the thing that sound like, yo, Pac died 30 years ago. Stop it." Life goes on. There are flowers. That section of that casino don't exist no more. Like, come on, y'all.
But here's the other thing, though, too. When it comes to conspiracy theories, some of them turn out to be true. Me and you and Eras, we talked at length on the whole thing of Reagan peddling drugs into the community. That's a true thing.
Oh yeah, very true. Then when we were,
I remember hearing it as a conspiracy theory, but then when I read up, when it's like, oh shit, he really did. Like, goddamn. All right.
We heard that for years that the CIA helped funnel into the neighborhoods, and it's crazy. It's crazy how they did that. Same thing that goes with guns. The one that I didn't want to believe in was, what was that? It was the one where Black people were being tested on. That was one I didn't want to believe in. Now, I had to learn that. I learned this because when I worked in the hospital, I had to learn why people were so against Black folk. We were so against organ donation. It's because they used to test on us, used to steal our organs. That goes into a partial religion thing, but it also goes into the same thing of that we weren't really dead and they killed us on the table so they can take our stuff. And these came from true stories.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is a phobia amongst Black people about that, and that was one I didn't want to believe, but it's very effing true, and it's very effing scary. You know what I mean, bro? And there are several more out there that it comes to that. Now, what made this movie interesting for me was it went into a theory that I heard years ago. When I was a little kid. But actually one of the first things I had to hear and understand about the system of America and how fucked up it is, which was, have a look, and we learned this because you and I came from the same church, Full Gospel, aka from the heart ministries here in Washington, D.C. Pastor John Cherry was the pastor there, and I remember him saying, "Have you ever noticed liquor store church, liquor store church, liquor store church? Have y'all ever noticed that?" And a lot of pastors at the time in the early 90s and even in the late 80s were mentioning this, of how you notice that our whole neighborhoods are set up like this. And that some of these churches are purposely keeping people binded. And I understand it from a spiritual understanding, but I never really understood like how is this holding people until the older you get, the more you understand everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh shit. Why are we just going by like standard Bible shit? Just pray it away. That's all we gotta do. Just pray it away. Don't worry, God's got us. Praise the Lord, y'all.
Yeah.
And it's like, cool. I just want to testify about how good God been to me. Nigga, you still at the same busted ass job. And I hate to say this, and I'm not saying this against anybody that believes in God or believes anything higher than them. But you know this as well as I do, y'all. There are some churches that are straight up hamster wheels.
Oh yeah.
We all know them. And we know that some of these churches have been up for decades. That's where it gets, liquor store too, Chris. Chris, I got a question. If I say what city was this in, you're going to say, D, that looks like every city to me. Doesn't that look like every single city to you?
Eastover Liquors.
I mean, I like the fact that the door was right behind the malt liquor though. And the tall boy cans.
Tall boy cans. Look, there is things in neighborhoods where, like you said, it's the church, it's liquor stores, and then recently, which I don't know whether it's cognitive dissonance with the politicians that mention it, where they're like, why do we have so many hookah stores in this goddamn area?
Two reasons. Number one, where we gonna get our blunts from? And number two, you open an additional door when you open the door to make weed legal. You open up that door for people who are adjacent to that business, which in this case, people who are Indian and Pakistani, to go right to those businesses. Good for them. Good for them. And let me make that very clear, black folk. I know I heard says like, why the fuck can't we own them? And yeah, why can't we own them? But at the same time,
but it's not enough.
It ain't enough. It ain't nearly enough.
I would say more so in Waldorf than it is more so in Charles County.
I see what matters what area you're in. Okay. And I think it also goes by city. Like I say, here in DC, it's going to be mainly the Pakistani and Indian people around here.
PG County is a little bit black.
I seen only one black, and that was in Clinton. That was one in Clinton, but I'm pretty sure a Pakistani nigga run that job.
I know two of them in Clinton, and I know the ones in Charles County is kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. It always matters, but still, even with them, it's like, there's a lot of candy, oodles, and noodles in here to make me think that. Know what I said? Oodles and noodles. There ain't nothing wrong with oodles and noodles. But let me make it very clear. They ain't healthy for us niggas because there's a whole lot of salt in them.
Well, if you jazz it up, you can get around that. But
you get around it. But look, hey Chris.
But you're right.
Hey Chris, I know niggas. You ain't gonna do nothing to that. You gonna put hot sauce on it and make it worse.
Exactly.
You gonna make it worse. You gonna put sriracha on it or something. Or make the salt content go high as
you want to add another store into the mix. Chinese carryouts.
Now here's the thing about the Chinese carryouts.
Not a bad thing.
That goes into my theory about the Chinese trying to take over America, but that's different.
Yeah. Gee, it's so good.
Like, see, the Chinese carryouts in the black neighborhoods has always been a contention of fighting. You know what I mean? It's like a fight. I can understand in a weird way where you go to a carryout and they're still hurry up and buying your ass to death.
Yeah.
And then there's carryouts is like, what's up, mama? What you want today, boy? I got you. I make sure you good. Like, and you can tell that they want to be a part of the neighborhood. Me
and Sue have our spots in Clinton that are still there, and they know Sue because Sue, that's his spot. I think it's like off Old Branch Avenue. There's another one that's Eastern, actually. They switched over to there. They kind of sort of remember me a little bit, but still, it's like if you're a staple in that neighborhood and you're chill with everybody there, hey, you part of the family at this point. It's like, all right, cool.
Yeah, you like certain spots are like that. There are some spots where even the hood niggas going there, like, what's up, nigga? Like, what you want, boy? Like, yeah, I got you, money. Like, yeah,
I know what you want. Money. Cool, got you.
Like, as long like, nigga, I'm spending money. At least act like you want my money. Like
that's all it is.
Look, black folk. We just talked about a movie where Sal didn't give the bare minimum.
and you
Thank
saw
you.
what happened.
Thank you. You just give us the bare minimum because we know. Look, we know. We as black people know what the deal is. All right, it's transactional to a point, right?
Yes.
You do the bare minimum, we're fine. It's like, all right, cool,
Exactly.
cool, got you.
Like that's why when they turned the Korean shot, like, no, y'all come over here. Fuck them white people, man. We like y'all.
Like, all right, cool, got you.
We don't like police either.
Nah, this movie, I remember seeing the trailer, right? And I immediately was like, okay, I'm gonna like this movie because of everything that was happening. Where you see the guy like kind of stumbling in the street, you see a damn SUV come in and pull up and kidnap him, and like John Boyega's looking like, what the fuck is going on here? And you're seeing all that right now. Granted, I will give the trailer this. It didn't spoil like what the big reveal of the movie was.
Exactly.
So at most you figure it's like this is gonna be one of those conspiracy theory type movies. And then you watch the movie and it's like, oh shit, this thing ventured into sci-fi kind of territory a bit. Like, god damn, like, okay.
And this is where, Chris, where it comes into one of the things I've always said about black people. We are incredibly creative with coming up of how we see the world and how it is. And one of the underrated things with black folk, and this is why there's been I have my, you know me, Chris, I have my feelings about when it comes to the whole blurred movement in the last 10 years. But one of the things I liked about it is it pushed something very forward, which is that we have a lot of really good sci-fi writers who are black. And there's a legacy of really good sci-fi writers who are black. And it's interesting how we kind of see the world shaped out to be, or how we can put a little twist on it. And in this case, it was like everything. Let's keep everything something that everybody can relate to, or at least kind of connect to in a way. I can relate to it because I wouldn't say I live in a Glen, but I'm adjacent. I'm adjacent to the Glen because that's my old neighborhood in Suitland. But I know that neighborhood. Everybody knows that neighborhood where it matters what part of the country you're in, where there's hookers out in the daytime.
Look. In this day and age, in this modern day and age, from my understanding, there's certain parts of DC that still got sex workers still, but that's more okay. And I'm putting it out there because I've seen it driving past it in the early mornings. It's more over there on East Capitol or in that vicinity.
Actually, I lied. It's coming off Route 50, off of there about New York Avenue.
That's what I say, East Capitol,
East
that
Capitol,
vicinity. Yeah, over there. Yeah.
You're right.
It's still they still out there. But 5 o'clock in the morning.
Like 5 o'clock in the morning, like 2 o'clock. Oh, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, Benning Road is kind of
Benning Road. Yes, Benning Road. Benning Road still hadn't quit all that. Anyway,
no, but you're right. It is like it's the staple of hookers, drug dealing, and just everything else happening.
In this
case,
all right,
cool.
In this case, it was South, and they tried to make it what I call like, you don't know what we're at in the South. I like this. I looked at the foliage. Heard everybody's accent. Y'all in Atlanta. This Atlanta, nigga. And I looked it up. Atlanta. Yeah, this Atlanta. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, it got Atlanta vibes, College Park.
College Park, Georgia vibes. It looked more like College Park, actually.
Yeah.
But that's the thing about it. Even in even like the scene that the scene that, like, first off, the whole movie follows Fontaine. Fontaine is a drug dealer, middle of the hood, does hood things, get stretch offs in the morning time,
get a 40, come home,
get a 40,
make sandwiches for his mom,
smoke a blunt with his buddies, and do trap and shit for the rest of the day. And in this instance, he goes to a pimp. He goes over to a pimp named Slick, played by Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx acted his butt off in this movie. Jamie, when you give Jamie comedy, here's the thing: I don't think Jamie's a good comedian, but when you give him comedy to act with, Jamie is hilarious. If you give him a character to be, he's going to be that character and all that. That's where his overacting, in my opinion, actually comes into play. When you actually give him a character, he's going to dive right into it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But he was funny in this way, playing Slick. Now he left Slick House, hops up in his car, car pulls up behind him, and he's just sitting there like, hey, wait, like, you know, he knows something's about to come up. Now, I got to be real with you, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
This is my favorite scene in the movie because it's the most haunting scene, because I'm not going to lie to you. I seen somebody get murdered this way. I seen the exact same thing. I'm looking out the window, and now, and by the way to look like where it's like at a motel, you can see the little pine trees in the background. I can tell you this, Chris, I saw it in Waldorf, and it happened in the same type of manner.
Damn.
In that same type of manner, same type of foliage and everything, bro. But not the lighting. The lighting is very cool in this scene. The lighting is awesome, you know what I mean? But anyway, like down to the music where it's almost 3/6 sounding music in the background, all that. It was cool. I love this scene. It's quiet. He knew what was up. You hear the click of the gun. He just breathes in and out, just opens the door, get up, take a gun out, pop, 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 pop. Immediately just hits the ground, tries to back the car up. Now, I seen that too. Where dude gets shot, rolling to the car. You see the car try to
I've seen somebody back up into a car because I've seen it like from a distance. I don't know if shots went off, but I've seen like, oh shit, he trying to get the fuck up out of here and just
yeah.
Now the drug dealer that did shoot him was Isaac. Now Isaac was played by Jay Nicholson. If you know him, P Valley.
I was about to say the nigga from P Valley. I was just about to say nigga from P Valley.
Yeah. Great actor. He's actually a really good actor.
And that's what I'm saying. They actually picked some good folk in this
from North Carolina, Greensboro, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah.
I heard like, yeah, that nigga from the South.
He from the South.
He bet like that dog, even to the back of the pot. He tried to back up, stop, and like what's the eerie part is, and that's why I say make it so eerie for me. I seen where dudes get shot, hop in the car, and back up, and you just see the car stop moving. And it's like, oh, he's dead.
Dog, slick coming out the room like the fuck
was it? Just like in the hood.
Yeah.
Woo! Call the cops. Call.
By the way, that was a trap ass motel. By the way,
that was a trap motel. Nigga, that's a trap motel.
Let me tell you something, folks. At a certain point in time in history, motels were a family thing. You went there, fine. Then as like the crack era, you know, kind of kicked in and stuff, you didn't go to motels anymore because nah.
Let me tell you this, y'all. I'm gonna tell you this. If you go to a Super 8 or a Super 8,
a Red Roof.
I'm gonna leave them out of it. Super 8, a Econo Lodge, Motel 6, of course, and La Quinta's is good.
Hojo.
La Quinta's is good. Are there still even Hojos out there like that, nigga?
Kinda.
I'm gonna say Hojos. A few of them. Oh, those are trap hotels and motels. Either you only going there for two reasons: either you don't know the area, or you trying to get weed. One of the two.
You sex working it up inside them places.
Oh, nigga, around here, around DC, you go to that's Super 8. It's Super 8 Motel 6 around here. Oh, Holiday Inns around here or rolling the dice.
Yeah, it depends because there's Holiday Inn. Put it this way, there's a Holiday Inn in Silver Spring. It's actually nice because it's in downtown Silver Spring. So yeah, of course it's gonna be nice. You get to the DC side. No,
roll of the dice. There's a Holiday Inn. I'm gonna tell y'all where it's at too. It's on Richmond Highway in Virginia. That is a trap.
All you had to say was Richmond Highway. I already knew what the
Highway. Let me tell y'all something. Richmond Highway, first off, smells like piss. All right. Second of all, Richmond Highway, these white folk and Spanish folk got the nerve to look PG.
Y'all lucky. If that military base didn't exist, if Fort Belvoir didn't exist, the whole fucking area would be a trap.
The whole area would be nothing but white trash and a bunch of Pakistani people who are actually the rich folk over there looking down at all of y'all.
Why do you think they put that Wegmans up in the cut? It ain't even on Richmond Highway.
They put it in the highway.
They put that shit on the cut. You got to go on Telegraph Road in the nice neighborhoods to find it.
You gonna have to do two turns before you go.
I'll take your ass to that Walmart.
I freaking hate that. Yeah, but it's so funny. It's so funny. But the whole setup of that, just like he got shot at the hotel. Next thing you know, he wakes up just like that on his bed. Starts his day over again. Mama, you want some? Nah, baby, I'm watching my stories. Put a pin in that, yo.
Go to bingo later on.
Yeah, I done had a meatloaf. Yeah, I'm gonna get it later, something like that, some shit like that.
Like, all right, cool.
So now the shit that killed me is now we didn't mention one other person in this movie, and that is Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo played by Tiana Parrish. And I swear this girl, she has been one of my favorite actresses in the last 5 years. She has been doing very well. She was the only. I didn't like the Marvels. I loved every second of her in the Marvels.
Oh! If you ever get a chance, I don't know if
she
you watched.
Has been so good. Yeah.
Did you ever watch that show, Survivor's Remorse?
Yes.
Yeah, she was really good. Yeah, her and Rodrigo. Her and Rodrigo were the most relatable black couple. Period. Like there was no bullshit between. It was like, nah, we're just dealing with usual family shit. Like, all right, cool. Like it was very believable as a couple and stuff. And that was my first time actually seeing her. I know she did some stuff prior to that, but that was like my favorite. I think
Survivor's Remorse was the first time I seen her. And, okay. Next thing I know, I think what was it? It was actually, I don't want to say WandaVision.
Yeah, WandaVision was when she popped up in there.
I'm saying it had to be something before WandaVision. You know what I mean?
I know she did some stuff.
It had to be something else. I mean, it ain't important. But anyway, Yo-Yo plays one of Slick's hoes. Now, here's the thing about Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo is also what I like to call an avatar for all black women. Black woman, sit the fuck down. I gotta do something real quick. Okay.
Who am I going to tell you to not?
Hey, and like she over here, like that's what they kill me. She over here talking all this, like, no, like, see, what I want to do is this, but I really want to go over to Memphis because I want to do this shit over and Jamie the whole time.
Good. Shut the fuck up.
Because
hole with the brain? What?
Because that's what I'm saying. Bitch, you a hoe with a brain. Here's the thing about and like I said, she's an avatar for black women because most black women who have an idea in their head will not let go of that shit, y'all. Oh, yeah. I will give that to y'all black women. Y'all pit bull the shit out of ideas. Something's bothering you. Something is bothering you.
Back up for a second. Fucking Chirac.
She was in Chirac?
She was the one that was leading the charge of.
That wasn't her.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I had to think about that for us. Like
that wasn't your fault. That was Spike Lee's fault, baby.
That was Spike's. So Spike.
I didn't like none of that.
Chirac was Spike Hill marrying it and hoping that something fucking like. Let's see what happens.
I like something tells me. See, like here's the funny thing, real quick. I hate that we diverge over to Chirac.
Sorry, it just popped in my head. I was like, Chirac.
This is a good question. This is a good thing because it's something that we didn't do when we was talking about Do the Right Thing. We really didn't go into the filmography of Spike Lee. But the one thing I wanted to say is this: at least in the comparison of Chirac, it's funny. Bamboozled wasn't that great, but everybody knew the point he was making.
Yeah.
Chirac, I keep getting different interpretations of what that movie was supposed to be from different people. You know what I mean? I get different meanings of what they thought it was. You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah.
So you know what? Thicker, no, but I would say juicy like one. No, like Tiana ain't thick, but. Good crunch, nigga. You ever eat a leg and get that. Yeah, so,
what had it funny was like
was the good way of saying that.
But what made it funny was like Fontaine popping back up, and some of the people were like, "Didn't you get shot? The fuck is going? You got shot,
Chris." This is where it gets fun because I knew a Tyrone. We both knew a Tyrone. It ain't gonna matter if I say his name. Do you remember from our church, nonetheless? Do you remember Adrian?
Yes.
Adrian was actually one of my closest friends because we grew up with each other. And I wasn't in his circle because I didn't live by him, but I knew him. I knew where he lived at and all the rest of that. The older we got, the lesser that of course, the less you go to the church and all the rest of that. I seen him probably 2 days before he was murdered. And he was what you would consider a Tyrone, because there was quite a few times that happened in the hood. Nigga, didn't you get shot? Didn't you die? Nah, bro. I was over there, but then
we know plenty of people like that.
We know plenty of niggas where they got shot. They actually did got shot. He walking down the street. No, walking. Not no brace, none of that. Just, what's up? Yeah, what's up, man? You got shot? Bruh! Like, yeah, in and out, man. We know that was
one
like
of them
that.
is a multifaceted artist, 50 Cent, 9 times.
Exactly. We know that's why I liked it, because we know everybody knows at this point. I'm not calling him Fontaine, I'm calling him a Tyrone. We all know a Tyrone, where it's like, okay, continue being a fucking menace to the neighborhood.
Put a pin. Now here's the thing. That kind of got me when I was watching the movie too. Put a pin on that, on the Tyrone name, because again, the movie is called They Clone Tyrone, but like the main character is Fontaine. So in my head, I remember watching, because me and Eric saw this when we were in San Diego that weekend, because it dropped that weekend of San Diego Comic-Con. And I was sitting back, like, it was like maybe 20 minutes into the movie. I'm like, so where the fuck is Tyrone at? Like where he at? Like I was really kind of like in my back of my mind, like, well, maybe they might be a reveal. I'll hold off on this stuff, and yeah, we'll get to that. But put a pin in that.
Yeah,
but Slick literally, like, I saw you get shot. Like,
what the fuck? Nigga, come in here. I saw your ass get blown away, nigga. No, I saw that shit. He over there drinking, like, yo, nigga, what the fuck?
Poured himself a fucking shot of vodka, just like, the fuck is going on in here?
That nigga, you took all my money yesterday, motherfucker. Yes, you came here.
No, we're gonna get Yo-Yo. She can answer all this.
Boy, Yo-Yo sat down there and she told him everything that was happening. He was like, what the fuck is going on? So finally, amongst them, he was like, they've been like, Yo-Yo said, I think there's something going on in the hood. So let's go over to where it may be at. Now they followed the
it was a black SUV. Which actually earlier that day, before he meets up with Slick, what I was saying earlier, he's doing the scratch off ticket, and he give a little 40 to the old homeless guy and stuff that's always talking, because the old homeless guy, he kind of sort of in a way knows something is up and stuff, because he always makes those little remarks like, man, you smell like a fresh new car, things like that.
He always make a little slip. Okay.
All right. Cool. And again, this is credit to, and I love when movies do this, where you see the character doing something, but they always show what's happening in the background. And you see some person like kind of like just walking in the street, and Fontaine's like, the fuck is going on? And you just see an SUV just pick him up and then drive off. And Fontaine's like, all right, man, I guess it's some hood shit. I don't fucking know.
That being said, also that goes into what a bunch of people see in the hood a bunch of times. We hear stories. Everybody hears different stories about this, and you only hear them in inner city. And I wouldn't say so much in inner cities, but you hear them in the ghetto. You hear them in the traps, where I don't know, man. Some van came out of nowhere, yanked them off the street, just drove off. I don't know, they feds. I don't know what the fuck it was. Black folk hear that a lot.
Well, I will say this on top of that.
Remember during the Black Lives Matter protesting, and we heard a couple of those protesters got that too?
Well, no,
we hear that a lot.
Even besides the kidnapping, there was like mysterious deaths. Because I think remember the guy that fucking leapt over and took the flag and shit and all that stuff? He died. Everybody was like, oh, time out. How the fuck did he die again?
Exactly.
And it's like, and I don't even know if there was anybody that really investigated his death. I think we all just unanimously was like, something's off about this, because like, you don't just die mysteriously.
The only one that got me, and I was right, but I was so mad of how it ended was, I'll never forget, during the whole time there was this picture of this little black boy crying, hugging a cop.
Yeah.
And through some weird YouTube rabbit hole I fell into, they was talking about this woman and her wife that adopted a whole bunch of black kids, and That's where they came from. Long story short, Chris, these white bitches killed all their black kids. I'm like, yo, and all of this shit was for them to look like they were good white people, when in actuality they were monsters, bro. There you go.
There is an episode of Atlanta structured around that. It's funny. Fuck it, I'll spoil it, but it's funny as shit because it starts off with this black kid that he's doing the whole like, oh, hey kids, we're gonna go see Black Panther 2, and he's dancing on the chair and stuff and doing all that, right? And the teacher admonishes them stuff, right? And the mom, black moms, they do not like going up to the school and fucking disciplining the kids. That's just none of our parents ever wanted to go up to school. It's a waste of fucking time. She's sitting up there chewing them out like, you out here dancing in front of these white people? They don't care about you. They do not care about you. He's like, now you gonna go back in that class. You gonna sit there. And it's fucking hilarious. And it got to a point where the white teachers looked at the black mom and was like, they called Child Protective Services because the grandfather slapped the black kid telling them to act right. Child Protective Services come, pick him up. And the black mom's like, go ahead, take him. And it's like, what? Took him to the white couple, same scenario, white couple, had all these black kids. But the ending of the episode was the white couple, they were literally going to drive the kids into Lake Lanier, but the black kid saved the other black kids when they were at a rest stop and, opened the door and got them out. And then he was faking that he was asleep, opened the back door. And before they drive off the cliff, he was like, I'm out. And then just fucking out. And you just see the van go into the water. I was like, oh my God, that is fucking hilarious. Same thing. And like,
I love it.
Dude, if you get a chance to watch it, it is fucking hilarious. But like, no, but you're right. That was a mind fuck of like, wait a minute. You killed what?
Killed a kid. Like we hear stories of black people getting yoked up and disappearing. That has been happening. That has been the thing with black people since slavery in this country. We've been hearing stuff about that. Now, yes, in some cases it's sex trafficking. In some cases it's white people being evil. And in some cases it's even slavery. In some weird cases, you hear about dudes getting yanked up. Next thing you know, you find this dude like in Guatemala picking berries and shit. Like, I'm not even joking. Not joking. This is some weird. This is the world being fucked up. I can't even put this on white folk on that one.
Look. People got on the government, rightfully so, for shutting down Craigslist because of like sex trafficking. But it's like at the same time, that's real, dog. Like it goes to what you were saying of like how you get vans just out of nowhere kidnapping women that just walking away from the club by themselves and shit, catch them by themselves. Boom, van comes. Boom, boom. They're sex trafficked. Everybody
is so weird. We, like I said, it's a trauma that black folk. If that was the case, director, bravo to you. And I accept it because it was one of those things where he did it. He looked over like,
okay, cool. Because even to the point, because the running joke of the movie was, oh, it must be some rapper or whatever, because it's a fucking SUV with tinted windows. So you're thinking, oh, it's some rapper, drug dealer,
some
whatever.
Baller,
which is the truth to a point.
Yeah, I can only speak for my neighborhood. Tahoe, suburban, tinted out. Some Yukon.
Can you make out the song? Maybe.
Sometimes, not all the time. Yeah, so you just saw that like whatever, like and like you do, but no.
Collect my money from Slick, and we're gonna get this, and that's when the whole thing starts breaking apart, and then they get to the house at night.
It's a trap house. Like niggas, a trap house. So what? We going inside of it, and I'm just like, for the fuck, what, nigga?
We get in there.
Yes,
it's empty.
It turns into Scooby Doo, but shut up. We're
Black Scooby Doo, nigga Scooby Doo. Yeah. They get in there.
It's a pit bull.
They get in the house, and it's like abandoned and such. You know, regular trap house to a point. And they get to this room, and they see an elevator, and they're like, "The fuck." Okay, go down the elevator, and they get to a lab, and they're like, the fuck is going on? Because they're listening to Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. A white guy singing it.
They're like, what the fuck? They hold him up now. That they go into the lab. I like how you see Slick. He look down. He's like, oh shit, some
White powder, cocaine.
all right. Now he goes over there. They see the guy.
He pulled out the fucking bag with the fucking Crown Royal bag. Put something in.
The nigga move right there. That's a nigga move right there.
My white guy got an afro.
Speaking of which, I'd like to let y'all know that Slick was the player of the year in 1995. He won the Players Bowl in 1995. And he's very, very proud of that. Anyway,
every once in a while, I forget that actually is a real thing.
Players Bowl is a very real thing.
I'm going to get you sucker fucked it up for me.
I don't know,
but I'm going to get you sucker fucked it up for me because I thought it was just a joke. But I think Ice-T was like, no, that's a real thing. Like, that's real. It's like, goddamn.
What messed it up for me was that in the late 90s, seeing Magic Don Juan, the Players Ball is a real thing where the players and pimps come together for like. He wasn't lying.
Dude, that was I forgot that was an HBO, like back when HBO had balls. When they did those exposés on shit like this, and you're like, this is real? God damn.
Now,
like, all right.
I know what a couple of you are saying. What were the qualifications? Being a pimp, I don't know. I don't know.
Ice-T was there breaking it down. So yeah, you a pimp in some way. You have two more hoes, I guess.
You gotta have like 15 hoes underneath you. See, if you don't got enough hoes, you ain't got enough, nothing.
I want people to understand. Ice-T doing that. Ice-T doing that was such a mind fuck because he was doing movies at the same time as this, so it just fucks your head up of a guy that was.
And I want to let you know, Ice-T been playing a cop since the mid 90s. Okay,
20 years.
So
30 years, 30 years actually. Fuck,
close to 30 years he been playing a cop. I need y'all to put that's the weird shit with Ice-T. And no one has broken the code of saying that he's like controlled by the white man. Because every time you try to check his ass on that, Tracy's like, what the fuck you talking about? You know I'm against the population of the black man being, he'll break it down like a Black Panther. Like, do you know where my money is funneled? Yeah, just because my wife got a big old booty and she white, don't mean that I'm against I'm for the oppression of my black man. See, the black man every day gets oppressed. Now, I know I'm making propaganda, but here's the difference of what I'm doing and what I'm trying to make. Like, yo, Tracy, look, nigga, I was just trying to.
You got it, Mr. Ice-T.
Yeah, all right, Mr. T, Mr. Ice, Mr. Ice,
Mr. Ice.
Mr. Ice, you're right. I'm sorry.
I gotta respect you, gangster. My bad,
man. No, for real. It also on some real shit. T come from a different era. Okay.
Oh yeah.
He's from that weird era of 1970s into 80s.
Yeah, he was in the fucking first breaking in like the early 80s, so he knows some shit.
That's what I'm saying. He's in the area of mid to late 70s into the early 80s. I mean this. Those are some different niggas. Okay.
Tough.
I don't know their rules. That's all I can tell you.
I watch
are some different Negroes, bro.
I watch Colors. He was in that.
I love how Chris always, hey. I
watch Colors.
I watch. That's like me going to white guys. Hey, I watched Last Starfighter. I know how you feel.
First off, that is my default to go to the white people. I watched Last Starfighter. I'm one of you.
Hey, I watched Last Starfighter. I'm one of you guys. All right.
When the race war starts.
Oh God.
Hey, I got the Blu-ray of Last Starfighter. I'm good, right?
I'm over there. I'm a Kenny like, hey, heaven helps a man who finds his need. Yeah, I like Kenny Loggins too. Yeah, I'm one of you guys.
Well, leave that guy alone.
Put the guns down. All right. We're living in Trump's America. We have to respect that.
This is why I laughed at Tony Hawk. I like how Tony Hawk knew the joke when somebody was like, when the race war starts and I have to kill Tony Hawk. And Tony Hawk was like, I understand. I get it.
Tony Hawk, you gotta do your job, bro.
I get it.
Like, and I was like, Tony, don't say that, bro, because we don't want to kill you.
We really don't.
Tony, knows he's one of the good ones. It's like, do what you gotta do, man.
It's like you did the 900, like you solidified yourself in the black community.
I feel like who is it? I can say this. I feel like Tony Hawk, Jeff Hardy, Keanu Reeves. There's I can't name them all.
John Cena.
I don't know about John Cena. I don't know about John. But you know what I'm saying? There's these certain white boys is like, oh, don't kill him, man. We gotta kill him. Jeff Hardy, like, man, gotta do what you gotta do, brother.
One more sometime bomb. All right, cool.
It's like this. Like, black folk gonna do that. When we get up to motherfucking like I said, Keanu Reeves, like, we can't kill you, Keanu. Ain't you like part Alaskan, like something like? Ain't you like Hawaiian? Ain't you like a quarter of a nigga? Like, what are you? And Keanu's like, do it. If I make offspring, they can be racist. There's a chance that I can. Don't convince me.
I like the fact that the visuals of a white man with an afro is still funny to me.
Now, that's the fun part. The second you saw him with the afro, this is where it got to be where it's like, hey, movie, are we doing this weird thing where we're saying that there are always white people in plain sight of us? We just don't notice it. Is this a way of doing it?
Dude, the guy at the liquor store.
Brilliant.
I'm mad I didn't catch the guy at the liquor store is white with an afro.
Afro. What?
And I didn't catch it because you're just paying attention to Phaeton getting, the 40 and that, and you don't even pay attention to the end of the movie where it's like, oh shit, that motherfucker was white. God damn, like, okay.
No. That's what didn't get me. So they start, it's so funny because all of a sudden you see Slick, he starts laughing and giggling. He accidentally shoots homeboy. They get the fuck out.
He got startled and shot. You gotta rephrase that.
Got started on shot. They get the fuck out of there. And they trying to figure out what the fuck we're gonna do. That's what they said. Look, we ain't eat. Like, we ain't fucking it. Let's go get something to eat. And that's when they go get some chicken. Now, Chris, look who's directly in the background, number one. Also, the manager's picture right there in the background too. Now, what's the name of the place? God damn chicken.
I feel messed up because
I hate y'all black folk. Well, look, I like fried chicken. Stop making me feel bad because I like fried chicken.
There are certain things every race has never beaten allegations of, and black people are never beaten allegations of loving fried chicken. It just is what it is.
Fair. Because I tell this to everybody. You should see what the Filipinos and the Latinos do to fucking chicken.
Korean fried chicken is the shit.
Why do y'all keep running to the niggas? Why? Because we taught them all those people that we just named how to actually make the fried chicken the right way. Sure, but come on.
Now,
why y'all keep blaming us?
Now, if only white people can get on board with fried chicken.
How is it, Chris? How is it that niggas have given see, white folk, this is my biggest beef with y'all. How do we keep giving y'all a textbook on how to do things and y'all and it's Chris, it's Patrick with the hammer and the wood and the white people, how do we keep doing this? We taught y'all how to rap, dance, sing, wash your booty hole, and y'all keep messing it up.
Motherfucker said, I don't wash my legs. First off, who volunteers that information? I need to know, why would you volunteer that information?
Look, because white people want justification for smelling like ass. Like white people want justification for a lot of things they do, yeah. That's why we're in the situation that we in right now.
Look, all I'm saying is that chicken spot, I felt some way. Not in a I hate this movie way, but just like, so you trying to tell me is that I'm addicted to Popeyes. My bad, dog. Like, goddamn.
Oh shit. So you all of a sudden, the honey barbecue wings and KFC is going to be the downfall of the nigga man. Is that what you trying to tell me?
First off, D, we have to broker this. When it comes to tiers of chicken spots, I feel we downplay the fuck out of KFC's importance in a way.
Here's that. I think KFC lost importance in the Negro community.
When did it lose importance to you? Because to me, it lost importance when they got rid of the family thing that includes the cake as part of it.
Shut the fuck up.
Just saying.
I'm trying to say this right. I really do feel like KFC has lost a standing in the Negro community over the last 25 years. I really feel. I'm not even joking. The way I presented that, I really feel. I need I need a black person who's who's the people that study the economists. I need a black economist to do this. I already gave you the first line.
I need data
that the Negro that Kentucky Fried Chicken has lost its impact in the Negro community over the last 25 years. I need y'all to go ahead and finish that and keep in the words Negro community, because apparently, Chris, one of the cutest things I have learned this Black History Month is that white people like, well, I don't want to say that word because I think it's offensive. What? Negro.
I mean, my thing is this.
What? Negro's offensive? What soft Negro do you know? This over there. Negro. Like I get mad at black people like, don't call me black. Nigga, what do you want them to call you?
Look. There's a reason why. I think this is like early Twitter, before Twitter. This is during that 2012 to 2018 spot where Twitter was like at its peak, especially on the black side.
Yeah.
There was a moment where there was some, I'm going to say it, bougie Negroes that were all like, I don't like when other black people say the N-word. And I'm like, first off, you the ops if you saying the N-word, first off. Second off, I can understand if you don't want somebody to say, hey, nigga, I totally understand that. I get it. But don't police other black people saying it. Come on, bro. Like,
the ops to me, man. Like, they're saying the word nigger a lot, and I don't like that. I don't approve of the pejorative nigga. I don't care if they put an S or a Z on it. It's still offensive to me. Nigga, no one asked you.
Getting all black Republican on me and shit. Like,
look. And I mean this. Actually, I had our good friend, our good buddy, who was an open Republican, our good boy, Lucas. We actually had a good conversation about this. And it's something that I just admitted. I was like, first off, let's just be honest. I don't think there's ever going to be a real good medium of where it is. Yes, I know black people know how really bad that word is and how harmful it is. Yeah. And yes, there are plenty of people, in my opinion, black people that way too many times use that word as a goalpost to see how racist people can be and stuff like that. Yeah. I understand that. But nigga ain't holding us back. The system of oppression is holding niggas back. The words are not holding us back. Trust me. You know why? Because black folk have proven over the last 200 something years that you can call us nigga, coon, moon cricket, whatever you want. That ain't gonna stop me from doing what I can do. So I don't think it's holding us back. And yes, like all words in every language, they change over time. The sting of nigga has lost its sting. And in some presence, and this is where it gets funny, Chris, when they see white people use it, oh man, it ain't exclusive to them because that was our word. Does it really not does it really need to be our word, but how long can we keep policing that and still want to be offended by it? And still want to have, you know what I'm saying? Once you keep that word in that certain place, you keep the state of mind there and all the rest of that. So I don't know how the evolution of the word nigga is going to be, but I know right now you shaming black folk for going nigga, going, what Dr. King think? I think that nigga will be looking at your wife like, what's up, girl? That's what I think Dr. King will be doing right now.
It's the same thing how white people will be like, Dr. King would not approve of y'all, setting fire to stores. And it's like, if you knew Dr. King, there's literally a speech where he says, hey, and I'm paraphrasing, so I'm not quoting it, but his thing was more or less like, yo, those actions are the things that actually sparks change to happen.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, because white folks have this thing of like they're destroying property, but it's like you have to destroy property to send a fucking message. It just is what the fuck it is. If that's gonna get attention, then so fucking be it.
We said it in our last episode, Chris. Dr. King said it's the voice of the voiceless.
Yeah,
pretty much. That's what it is. It's the voice of it's the actions of the unheard. And yes, it is needed sometimes. Dr. King was really big against it because only for one thing, of the rebound of it. What's going to be the reaction to that? And is it going to be more of this or more of that? So oftentimes it's better to hold off on it. But hey, when it's time to let the chopper fly, let the chopper fly. And even Malcolm X was like, I don't want there to be a riot, but you'll be stupid if you don't pick up a brick. Which makes perfect sense. That's why I'm all for with black people let us protest. Yeah, let's protest. Let it be peaceful. Yeah, carry something when y'all do it though.
Thank you. Because
make sure you got a brick in your hand just in case.
Yeah, I mean, look. Stupid as this sounds, white people, y'all cousins going up to January 6th wrecking shit. Terrible, fucking terrible. But you know what? Your fucking goofy ass cousins fucked up that Capitol, didn't they?
Hey, they got the message across.
It was a stupid ass message.
Stupid ass message. And yeah, somebody took
AOC.
Somebody took the Ferragamos that was inside AOC shirt. You know that she was like, those are my Ferragamos. You know the Ferragamo walkers that I got. Bitch, those are $900. Michelle Obama gave those to me.
Fair.
You know I love them. You know that man came in my shoe. I just threw it away.
No, but you have to, like, those are things that you got to do to get a point across. It just is what it is and stuff.
And I get, like, that's the whole point, and that's where the politics come in, where white people are like, well, you know, you don't do it now. Oh, don't do this then. And even with black folk, I hate it when we do like, hey, this ain't the time to protest. Then what is the time to protest? When is the time to do anything, man? Like, come on now. We always do that shit when we don't want to see bad things happen. Yeah, I get it. You know what I mean? Everybody shut up, calm down. We can talk. I get it. Get your old ass out the way, man. We about to this is happening.
Listen to our Do the Right Thing episode. That highlights everything. Like wait a minute, people. Wait a minute.
Hey, yo, Mayor, you make a good point. We burning Sal's, nigga.
Why do you think Mookie sat there and said radio and just threw it like, fuck it? We ain't doing this talking. We're done.
God, come on, y'all. Don't make what's the face act Ossie Davis' wife. Don't make what's the face
Ruby D.
Don't make Ruby D act. Don't oh shit, she's acting.
Speaking of acting, I love that whole scene of them realizing the chicken was having everybody just break out laughing, and they're like,
boy,
stop eating the chicken, stop eating the chicken, stop eating the chicken.
Boy, I hated it. That's where I believe you. I like Popeyes.
Don't do this to me.
I like Popeyes. They actually get the chicken breast right. Like
don't do this to me, movie. I love Popeyes.
Here's the safe part.
Sure, this ain't churches.
So niggas can't. No, here's my problem, Chris. So we can't eat and laugh. This was bad when niggas be eating. We just can't laugh. We can't be happy about our lives unless we thinking about slavery and oppression. We can't.
Happy Roller was the black couple behind him when Slick was looking back, and you see the black couple feeding each other and stuff, and he's like, the chicken. No, stop. Eat the chicken. Stop.
Like, boy, that ain't funny. That ain't funny. Now, this goes into conspiracy that I've been hearing for years. Now, fun thing about this conspiracy, I heard this from white folk and black people. They putting something in the chicken. I have heard this from black people and white people. Now, there are some facts behind there. Yes, the chemicals they put in the chicken, it wasn't here,
baby.
It wasn't here in 1993. No, what they putting here now is totally different.
Look, there's a joke about Chinese carry-out food. It's like, oh, it's the MSG. And I look it up. I was like, yeah, MSG does kind of give a flavor.
MSG, MSG bomb as hell.
Oh yeah, so it's like, so that theory of like they put something in the chicken is like, yeah, I can see that. That totally makes sense, you know, especially even though the one time I was looking at people sideways is when everybody was like fist fighting over that fucking bullshit chicken sandwich. And I'm like, all right, guys, like
that's where I think this came from.
It probably did.
This is where, because now, but it also goes into a theory that we have been hearing for years also. Not only are they putting stuff into the chicken, but they're controlling black folk. Now, this is where it blends into conspiracy theory and fucking fact. One thing that they put in black neighborhoods higher than anything is sugar and salt. Sugar makes all of you fatter, and salt makes a lot of you subservient. So if we want to keep all you niggas on the hamster wheel, the best thing to do is put a whole lot of spam in the ghetto. That's the best way of doing it. Put a whole lot of cereal. Put a whole lot of cereal, which they showed a whole lot of cereal in the middle of the ghetto.
Look, there's a reason why you will never see a Whole Foods in the ghetto. You will never see Trader Joe's.
There's a reason why the one spot, and we all got that spot where it's either, if it ain't, it's always a local grocer. It's never a chain grocer that has the best produce. And around here, Giant does good, but they charge way too much for this shit.
With
that being said, there are some spots around here, and that's why a lot of people go to Audi to get the best produce.
I will say this. If you live where I'm at, because I'm in like the Wheaton area, a lot of Spanish area, the Spanish market's got some good stuff.
And look, if you got a lot of Africans and Spanish people around your way, look where they shopping at. Look where they shopping at. Like, around here, it is always a local grocery store. It's never going to be a
dude. There's a J Mart down the street from me. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm going to J
Mart. Man, they usually got the best fruit, got the best vegetables, young. They got the ginseng with the dirt still on the ginseng.
tons of seasonings.
Whole lot of seasonings, man. Make you cry how much good stuff. Like,
I'd be like, yo, why am I going to Safeway again? Let me just go to J Mart.
Hey, look, it's a joke. It's a joke what we say about you white people, but you keep proving us. Y'all scared of spices.
Just salt and pepper. That's all they got.
Yo, y'all scared of spices.
Joke of the movie, bar none. The fucking white guys, the white lab guys, like, yeah. So if you boil chicken, it gets all the flavor,
all the natural flavor.
Yeah, I got a crock pot I bought from home. I think I should just do that. I had to pause the movie and laugh because no bullshit. There are some white folks that actually believe that. That's not even a joke. That's
what nasty white people shit is this? You just go put water in a crock pot and just
boil the fucking chicken. Remember that TikTok video?
I don't know. It's like this. White folk, we make fun of y'all, and y'all make fun of yourselves.
You ain't beating allegations.
Do y'all really see? But that's my problem with all of them. They laugh with us on TikTok because I think they was laughing, but it was like, nigger, I'm gonna take away your health care. But at the same time, they had like, do y'all see how ridiculous this is? Y'all don't put nothing on the adobo. Are y'all scared of adobo? Are you scared of adobo? like I always laugh. Like I always laugh at white people from Maryland. White people in Maryland. Oh my God, seasoned and raw. They see Old Bay. I will give that to white folk from Maryland. No, Old Bay on everything.
But here's the thing,
Old Bay on the chicken.
But the great thing,
Old Bay on the turkey. White.
But here's the thing about Old Bay.
Kill with the Old Bay.
Here's the thing about Old Bay. Old Bay is kind of like basically adobo because it does encompass so many seasonings. So it's like, all right, at least your chicken is seasoned enough. Yes, it's Old Bay, but fuck it, it's seasoned. All right, fine.
One more thing I learned about that, though. Much like the mumbo sauce around here, niggas made it, right? Black folk. Maryland Shoremen, one of the first free black people in this country. I just learned this. It's actually kind of a very cool thing. Maryland had the most freed people in the country. That's why Maryland during the Civil War was neither north or south. To this day, we don't know. To this day, Maryland don't know if it's a southern state or a northern state. D says it matters where you are because there are parts of Cumberland you can say it's north, and you get 2 miles down. It's like, why is there swamps around here? This is the South. It's weird. Maryland's geographically makes no sense.
Largo and below, that is Southern Maryland.
Oh, you can tell, man. Where I'm at right here, oh, no, this is South, nigga. You can tell it's the gateway of the South down here. South with an F. You're like, yo, oh, this is the gateway. This is where it started. That's when niggas got country accents out of nowhere.
Anything above Largo, that's north.
You get like Suitland, yeah. Landover, all of a sudden, niggas got New York accents.
You live long enough in PG County, you could differentiate between.
It's weird. It's weird. It's sort of like Berlin back in the Cold War, where you could tell East Berlin from West Berlin. You can tell the difference.
Reason why I say that too, because if you went to school, right, there was something about going to school in Southern PG County where you had like Frederick Douglass, Surrattsville, Gwynn Park. You know, even Largo to a degree and stuff. It's just the schools, us as Black kids, we function differently in Southern PG County. But then when you get to like Hyattsville, where Roosevelt is and stuff, the Black kids there were like, y'all kind of a little bougie a little bit.
It's weird. It's basically if you're kids that are adjacent to the Potomac River, if you are like, which we all are, but for some reason that section that creeps off into the Patuxent, that little section of something, oh, that's the South.
Yeah, it's the South. You can't get around that.
But that's funny. But I just love how they like. I love how they finally break into it the second time now. Of course.
Hold up, back up. First off, I laugh too. We see David Allen Greer. That's the preacher of the church.
Oh, yes. The part where I knew this pissed off folk. Why is the preacher a part of it? All right. We already mentioned earlier that we know churches that are hamster wheels. So, yeah.
That church is the hamster wheel.
Oh, man. Y'all look like y'all just smell like cologne. Jesus!
It's the unkempt hair for me.
Look, you know the part I love? When it comes to praise and worship music, where it's just stomps. They stop playing the piano in it. Bam, boom, 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 boom.
I have to put this out.
That's where y'all still feel the Holy Ghost. I
just have to put this out.
Black folk, I love y'all.
Look, I love this as Black people. I say this as someone that is starting to finally go to church on a every Sunday kind of basis and stuff, you know, online and off. I feel I draw the line of just like, I'm just here for the sermon. Like praise and worship just isn't hitting for me like it was as a kid.
I've been like that a long time ago, bro. I've been out like that a long time ago. Like, hey, shut up. Why we here, bro?
I do the most melancholy clap during service. Like,
Angie got mad at me. D, you supposed to give 2 praise and worship, bruh. No, why? Because Future and Drake just dropped this new joint and they ain't touched on it. It ain't hitting on this.
Don't get it twisted. If Kirk Franklin just kicked down the door and rolled up in the church, I'd probably be like, all right, cool, you got me. You know,
now this is time for me to get this off my chest. My three has always been Kirk Franklin, Fred Hammond, and Marvin Sapp. But this goes to Marvin and this goes to Fred. Y'all have been making the same song since 1998.
First off, Marvin Sapp just did
Marvin,
a tiny disc.
I love Marvin.
He just did a tiny disc.
Yeah, I saw that. It was pretty good too.
Yeah, it was really good.
Hey, look, I love Marvin Sapp. Marvin. You like real talk. You remember that album? Look, some of y'all Christians gonna remember that album he came out. I forgot the name of the song, but at the end, the dude with the guitar came out. Ooh, I felt the Lord Jesus Christ through that guitar riff, nigga. You ain't had nothing hit since then with me, Mom. That's just me. Hey, yo, Fred, I love you. Fred. But every album, wait on him now, Lord. You look, Fred. I know you lost your voice a long time.
Hey, Fred Hammond is on.
But I love Fred Hammond. I love Fred Hammond.
He's doing Chitlin Circuit concerts at this point.
Oh, yes, he is.
He's cooking. He is cooking.
One thing I'll give Fred this. I can't say this from Marvin because I've never seen Marvin live. Fred puts on the show. Fred, he kills it, man. And Kurt is just a Bieber. Kurt's a goat.
But it's just for
Kurt's
me, like
Kurt's the only one, and this is nothing against any artist that tried to do it, but he's the only one that understands church is not for everybody, but at the same time, I can make you at least understand. God, I'm trying to really balance this out. He knows how to speak to people. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Like what's the song I like? They made.
I know the one he did on Space Jam 2 with that Christian rapper. I forgot the guy's name, but like that song was actually pretty good. I forgot the name of the damn song, but like it was
there's a reason why we keep on playing "I Smile" by Kurt Franklin. It's a reason why to this day, Chris, niggas our age, every time we hear Sounds of Blackness, every time we hear Optimistic, you're like, oh, like be optimistic.
That is these. If you grew up in the church, there are certain like mainstream songs that are safe to play in church, and Optimistic is one.
You can win.
It's like,
hold on to your dreams.
It's like I heard that on House Party too. Oh shit.
That shit was also in the soundtrack to Don't Be a Menace. I am not playing. They did play that. I am not playing. But yes, I think everybody I think when it comes to church also.
Yeah. We win. That was he did with Little Baby. That's that fucking song.
Yeah, that's what it was.
We win.
I will say this. I think black folk, I think we're still at least 5 to 10 something years from a true reckoning with the black church. The black church, to me, has been fractured for decades, and everybody knows it. And there has to be a change. That's all I can say. And this is coming from a kid that grew up in the church.
There's some go-go church music that I've heard too. It's actually not bad.
You're right. Now, niggas outside of our area, you can't talk about this. I'm gonna be real with you. Gospel go-go should not exist in these opinions. Let me shut up and let me explain this for 2 seconds.
Please explain this.
I don't know the difference from Back and any other band. Because they end up good up there. The second they then they go to the little, they start going into the pocket. They're in the pocket sounds like everybody else's pocket. So I can't tell the difference. Yeah. Once you go bing pop, bing pop, bing pop, that's go period. I understand that. Just because you say Jesus ain't gonna make me go any less.
Nah, it really ain't. But what got me?
I can't with gospel go. I just can't.
What got me with the second time they went down the lab, they really kind of went into a scenario of seeing the full scope of everything, and that's when like Fontaine sees all the clone tubes of himself, and Slick sees a clone tube of himself, and they're like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Slick I felt bad for Slick in a way, and I understood why he felt bad, because it's one thing, Fontaine, there's a clone of you. I told you, and then you see a clone of yourself. What does that tell you about yourself?
Did you die at some point?
Not only you die, are you real?
Yeah.
So you chaos too in this hood too, ain't you, nigga?
Now
you are part of the niggas that we need out here to keep black folk in this pocket.
Yeah, I'm about to say because I was about to say chaos because I'm like, he don't look like somebody that would shoot, but I feel like he might have overdosed and died, and then they had to replace him with somebody else. I feel that happened.
That's a pimp. He either overdosed, got stabbed, or one of his hoes shot him.
Yeah,
because easily one of them hoes shot him. Next day, oh my God, Slick, you alive, that bitch? What I tell you?
yeah, that's how you keep them in line. It's like, oh,
keep them in line, keep that circle of prostitution ringing, rolling.
The shit that got me, and I'm with Fontaine. When he pulled out that gun and just shot the tube, I was like, oh fuck, like because again, like you said, it's like, am I real? Like, what the fuck does this mean?
Hey, Tang, quit it, bro. Quit it, man. Let's get about here. And this is where it gets serious, because they when they get out inside of a strip club. And Yo-Yo said exactly what I said.
Of course, it's a strip club. I'm like this. Okay, let's make a real quick stop on this too, Chris. Yes. Every strip club you see in the hood, there's an underground tunnel where white folk are watching us. Yeah, there's no way of getting around that one. I know there are some good girls who are strippers. Baby, you are just a product.
I'm just
So
gonna tell you this.
I'm
much.
just saying. I'm just saying.
You know what the strip club reminded me of? I don't know if it's still there. So this is years ago. There was a strip club that I went to off of Kenilworth Avenue. About 50. About 50.
I think that shit gone.
But when I saw the club in this movie, it reminded me that this movie, it reminded me exactly like that fucking strip club, set up and everything. And I was like, holy fuck. Yeah. Like that it's like, wow, our imitates life. Like
there's another one off of South Dakota Avenue that looks just like it's the SA.
It's not Stadium, is it? It's not
no.
Okay.
No, Stadium's the good one. Now, let me hold on, y'all. There's strip clubs and there's script clubs. Script clubs are the trap ones. There are strip clubs. Those are the ones where it's like, yeah, man, they got a bar here.
Got some good ass chicken wings.
Got some good chicken wings. Now, here's the funny thing. I have not been to stadiums yet. I had this, but somebody did order wings from Stadium at our job. I might have to go to Stadium.
Look.
I might have to go.
It ain't Magic City, but it's still good.
And I heard Magic Cities is good.
Hey, we dogged out. We dogged out
Lou Willis for that shit.
But points are made.
There's a difference between strip club and strip clubs, man.
I heard you can actually DoorDash that shit.
I heard that too. I heard you can DoorDash stadiums, man. Stadiums here in DC is famous because of just that. It's one of those what you call they call them lounges. They call them lounges.
All the athletes around the DC area, whether it's from the Washington Commanders, the Wizards, you might get a couple of Capital players there. Now, they go to Stadium.
My man was up in there when who was it? It was on one of the dudes off the Nationals, this black dude off the Nationals, his birthday, and he was not playing. He was in there like, nigga, I got a baseball contract. Flute. So they was going crazy. He was like, it was one of the best parties I've ever been to, bro. It's crazy at Stadium. But then you get strip clubs like that where it's like, oh, that's a trap strip club. And everybody know what a trap strip club looked like. One floor. It looked like it only hold 14 people in there. But once you empty out the club, it's like, dog, it's like 30 people in this club.
Hey, first off, I like how old girl looked like she came off of work behind Slick.
Yeah.
It was very early 2000s, if you will.
Now, that's what when they empty out the
back up for a second before we talk about emptying out. I like how, again, there's another background narrative to it. The music is low-key controlling people because
the music through the whole
lo-fi, future-esque music. I'm putting future in that thing because it is kind of like that future.
What I noticed to me was it wasn't so. Fuck you. Okay, I say fuck you for this because one of the problems I'm having with hip hop right now is that the lyrical content, and I don't say it as an old person. I'm saying this as a person that's been listening to rap all my life. There is something that has shifted in the lyrical content of rap, and I don't like it. And it's not so much because I think the killer nigga music that we got in the 1990s was terrible. I think
it was very in your face.
I think the hustle ass music that we got in the 2000s was terrible also. Something now is something very low-key nefarious about it, where it's almost a don't worry, be happy, but it's sung in a different type of tune. I cannot put my finger on it. No, not one rapper's to blame for this because I hear this in all of them. I hear it in Gunna. I hear it in Kodak. I hear it in Drake. I hear it in fucking Lil Baby. I heard it in Dub. I hear it in everybody, even in a sprinkle in it with motherfucking Baby Keem and Kendrick. I have heard it in everybody's music and I can't put my finger on it where it's like, that was supposed to make me feel something.
Mm-hmm.
And not in a way of, 10 toes down, more of a way of punch that nigga in the face, more of kill that nigga, more of be disruptive for no reason. But look, love it. Look, I say love her to death because I think she's actually going to carve out and be something really, really good. I love Glow. I love Glow, really. But Glow, your music a little bit is like,
yeah, Glow.
Gangsta Boo wouldn't talk like, I always compare her to Gangsta Boo. And it's like this. Gangsta Boo did the same thing, but yours is, but it's a little girl's gonna act exactly like you, ain't they? Or it could be because I'm older now and I'm noticing things.
I mean, but that's lyrics, the thing about this movie when they sit there and put the artists on there. And it ain't the beat. It's the beat that gets everybody, but then you hear the lyrics. That's the part that gets me with it. The end of the movie when Tyrone is walking out it because he's in Compton, his character's in Compton, and you hear the lyrics to the song, and it's like, kill this nigga, and then I gotta go. It's like, because I had the closed captions on, so it's showing the lyrics, and you're like, oh, holy fuck. The lyrics, God
even damn. When you say, yeah, yo, we about to put on this new one, they were like, and you heard the lyrics pretty much say, don't worry about it.
Everybody is like, all right. Everybody is like slow.
Everybody all of a sudden slow it down, and everybody, I'm like, yo,
like, yo, plug in. It's fucking music. Ah.
And hey, yeah. I can't get around that one. Yeah, that's the sick part about it. It's all around us, and it happens. This is where it goes into, like I like to say, good old John Carpenter territory of what's the face of They Live. It goes into They Live territory of, oh my God, they have it in the music. You know what I mean?
I mean, you know what's funny? You bring up They Live. This movie was kind of like a black They Live, but just instead of aliens, it's the government.
Yeah, and they was all about to get jumped outside the club, and guess who came out? The representation. The representation of the white man.
If there is a guy that I want to represent that, it'll be Jack Bauer.
Kiefer Sutherland. You want to know what I love about Kiefer Sutherland? Kiefer Sutherland has played racist and opposed to the black man several times, and opposed to the brown man actually several times. If you want to add in Jack Bauer. Now,
is it really opposed to that, or is that more America? Fuck
America.
Yeah. It was more America. I don't think he was racist.
But here's the fun thing about Kiefer Sutherland. His dad, who passed away not too long ago.
Yeah.
Donald was one of the real ones.
Oh yeah, he was
when it came to it. He was all about free Vietnam. He was about, no, I want black people to work in these movies. Donald
was next to
what's the face?
John Kerry.
Yeah,
Vietnam. Like, there's pictures of both of them, and it's like, oh shit. Like,
Donald Sutherland was one of the real ones when it came to wanting the world to be peaceful and all the rest of that. Kiefer Sutherland is not like his father, but he represents what his father believed in.
Oh yeah.
So seeing Kiefer Sutherland in a movie like this is like, hey Keith, it took you a minute, nigga. It's been a while since you did a black movie. Yeah, you know what's up, bro. Like, that's what. So it was cool to see Kiefer Sutherland in this movie.
Also, not Big Ball.
Not Big Ball. Chris, I stand by it. When we finally talk about the game, I'll stand by it. They should have did something where, you running around as him, but at the end of the game, when you play the tapes to know that you really him, that should have been David Hayter. If that was David Hayter's voice talking back to you,
I'll be
like, yo! So no wonder his voice is different. That would have rocked so hard. But whatever.
That implies Konami is actually smart, D.
That would have been the move. But anyway,
because Kiefer Sutherland is playing Nixon. See, Nixon, because white. You see,
Nixon. This is kind of funny to me. Nixon has the distinction of, to me, helping black people and at the same time taking a big old screw and drilling it directly up our buttholes. Nixon has the distinction of, what are you talking about? Make sure that those racists know that the black people can do that. Yes. keep an eye out on those Black Panthers. I don't trust any of them niggers. Nixon has the distinction of being the one that was like this. What are you talking about? We should not do that to the Black people. Make sure all the cocaine goes to the ghetto.
Dude, but this Nixon in this movie, he's breaking it all down. Like, I got a higher up boss here. I'm just the guy that's out here just wrangling you guys up. I'm just doing my job. And I hate paperwork. And you're making me really do paperwork here.
So this is what I want you to do. Go home. Just go home. Fontaine, you can wake up, have your regular life. Slick, you're a pimp. Be a pimp. And I don't know what the fuck you're going to do, yo-yo. You're a hoe, so,
Be a hoe.
Be a hoe, I guess. And
he has a secret
I
word.
want to say this is representation of how the white man kind of sees Black people. Like, we're just like, look, just do whatever
Black thing you do.
Black thing you want to do. You know what I mean? Like, they don't fear us. And I think now here's the thing. I will say this, Chris. I do admit anybody that sees this movie and sees this as a bit of a plot hole, like, why would he tell you all that and then let you go? It is very
but I
will say that.
But it speaks to, if you think real life, right? Fuck it. Art imitates life. Trump, right? Me and you talked about this offline. Project 2025, right? As Black people, we knew about this shit. We were singing praises, right? Trump came into that office and just said, we're going to burn through all of Project 2025. And as he literally pulled a Nixon where he just told everybody, him and Elon, like, hey, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to fire all y'all motherfuckers. We're going to get rid of trans folks. I'm like, so you're just telling everybody what you're doing, right? Like,
what? You had Taraji P. Henson say it. You had Joy Reid say it. And then you had Kamala Harris say it.
You even had us.
And then finally, look, hold on, and this shows you. And then finally, Rachel Maddow said something. But
still, everybody said it. They're like, nah.
My favorite girl, news from under the desk news. One of my favorite lesbians. I remember she was the first person I learned it from. I noticed that when it came out about Project 2025, the only people who were talking about it were Black folk, and the lesbians were the only ones who were like, meteorite.
Nah.
Then look, it's like this: Black women, meteorite, Black men, meteorite, lesbians, meteorite, trans people. Oh my God, meteorite.
Dude, Trump and Elon literally pulled a Nixon and just told them to play like they're not gonna do anything. And I'm like, all right, man, best of luck if you say so. And what are they doing right now?
They are rolling it out, and y'all. I didn't know. How did you not? No.
We're about to get a possible full-blown riot because, well, when you touch Social Security, that's when white folks lose their fucking mind. And I'm like, it should never got to that point.
Christopher, I hate to tell you this. You know, you and I ain't gonna have no Social Security. That $100,000 check that
we knew that 20 years ago we weren't gonna get no Social Security.
That $100,000 check that we are gonna get in the year 2065 ain't gonna mean diddly dick to us, you know?
Dude, we knew 20 years ago we weren't gonna get Social Security.
I knew I wasn't. We
were like, all right, we're good.
I knew I wasn't gonna get Social Security when I was 28 years old, and my mama sat and told me that that's never gonna fucking happen. Mama, you the last ones, because after y'all, I don't think anybody that was born. I think anybody that was born after 67 ain't gonna get no Social Security.
I think some older Gen X might get it.
That's what I'm saying. Anybody after 67 probably ain't gonna touch Social Security, bro. Like, get out of here, man. That's what I'm saying. It's so funny, like. You often have villains tell you to your face what they're going to do. They do. And there is a difference between, well, James Bond, I'm going to leave you here and best of luck escaping. I will leave the keys right here. No, there's a difference when you do that. And then the villain telling you, you're not going to change nothing. Go ahead, have fun.
Now, to be fair,
that's what happens.
And I did like the fact that you cut to the next scene and Fontaine wakes up and he's just like, well, I guess this is what my life is.
Yeah.
Like, all right, cool. And Slick was kind of in the same way a little bit too. But Yo-Yo is the one that actually...
Slick was in depression. No, Slick was in depression. Because we back in the Slick house and Slick was like, Yeah, I'm telling the hoes they can go ahead and have the week off. And I like have the week off.
What pimp says
A pimp telling a girl that she has the week off, meaning either she's your down bitch, and she's actually doing a project for you. She's gonna come back with a whole lot, or you told them hoes they can go off by themselves. So you told them they can go off by themselves. That's what that was right there, bro.
But it was enjoyable because in a normal movie, right? The villain says that the next scene will be the heroes getting into action. Like, nah, we're gonna push back. The fact that it was kind of realistic a little bit, because I mean, it kind of echoes real life to me. Where I think a lot of folks, when they see some shit that's just like, well, all right, I guess this is what it is. They just say, fuck it, I can't do anything. And there are some people in this country that do that, and I don't fault them for that because there is that thing of I can't do anything. I feel helpless. I guess that's just how it is.
And unfortunately, Chris, that's where a lot of us fall at, and it's not even a bad thing. It's one of those things where, yep, I know you're in this situation when it comes to the nation. Yeah, you're a cog. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're all cogs in the wheel. I think that's why we as Black people, we backed out of after this election, because it's like, you know what? Fuck it. If this is how it has to be.
I think here's the thing. There's something very dangerous with doing that, but we do it. But we have
we have history backing us up to
where that's what I'm saying. And I was about to go there, Chris. It's like we have survivors. We have all of us, and all of us are products of our grandparents and our ancestors. We kind of have it in our DNA to kind of, and not even saying it is what it is, but in a way you have to say that in order to move forward.
Yeah, because there's no point of hoping about it, because it's just like, hey, I mean, look, our fathers always told us, hey, quit crying. You like pick yourself up and do blah, blah, blah.
Like this. I always say that there is an extent where I do that with my sons, and my wife is like, let them cry. No, I'm letting them cry, but you ain't going to do it on the ground. Stand up.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dead with like when my sons do fall out, get your ass up. Stand up.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't sit down. Now, this is where I think it's bad for Black people, and we do this all the time. Stop that crying. Quit being a little baby.
Yeah.
No, don't stop doing that. No, just do this. Stand up. You done yet? Wipe your face off. Yeah, it's okay, man.
All right, cool.
It's okay. Cool. Fucking deal with it.
I mean, look, we have
hates it when I do that, but at the same time, it's like I hate to be the bearer of bad news. You're gonna have to pick more of that cotton, so I'm gonna have to tell you.
look, we as Black people, we have community, and we just have history of like, hey, look, we just got to push forward, and just whatever happens, unfortunately, and that's just what it is, you know.
One of the things that I think is more psychological, every time he left the liquor store, he would get a scratch off, and every time he do it, you'll see you lose. Every time he does it, you lose. There's something very psychological, especially when you have that fucking rotation where you go to the store, get one, scratch off, lose, keep you in this perpetual.
But when he scratched the other three off and was like, you lose, he's like, hold on, what the fuck is going on?
Speaking of which, one fun thing I saw very early in this movie, much like this year at the Royal Rumble, when everybody saw Penta hit both feet on the ground at the Royal Rumble, act like nothing happened, and we all act like we didn't see it.
Yeah.
I think there was something very early in this movie y'all saw too. When he left the liquor store, right there on the liquor store, right? Hold on, where is it? Right there on the liquor store. If you pan to the left, you'll see Anaconda Malt Liquor. Anaconda Malt Liquor is featured in this thing twice. Now the director of the movie, and you see it right there, Anaconda Malt Liquor. Now the director of the movie said he wanted it in there, so he asked for the rights, and it was low stakes rights type of thing. Like, you can go ahead and do it.
Dynamite,
and they did it, and it's one of those cool things that I hope Black people we kind of keep in rotation of. That's the poison in the neighborhood, Anaconda Malt Liquor. And in D's case, King Cobra. King Cobra was made by the white man to destroy the Black man. I stand by that. 211 also 211 in my opinion also.
I'm gonna add another one into the mix because I was there. We were all there when it happened.
Four Loko?
I feel Four Loko did. OG Four Loko, not the new one.
Four Loko took out who I feel like that was trying to kill the Latinos. I feel like they were
black people were buying it.
Black folk were buying that joint too. I will also put this, and now Chris, you worked at a liquor store. Like I said, 211. Do you think 211 was a plot by the white man? All right. Blue Bull. See, so I'm right. It's just King Cobra. That's certified CIA malt liquor, is what you try to say.
It's like because it's like Blue Bull, Thunder, was it Thunder or whatever the fuck? Thunder Strike, Thunderbolt, whatever the fuck.
I know what you're talking about. I don't think that is. I think that's rock gut. A lot of the winos don't drink.
Because at that point, you might as well say it's MD 2020, the thing, the plot by the white man to poison the black community at that point, and stuff. And I'm like, maybe. So, but nah, when he scratched those other three off and he had that look like, the fuck? Okay. All right.
Knows that the old man was talking in riddles.
Oh, Yo literally has funniest scene. Another funny scene. She has the fucking trench coat, hat, and glasses, and putting the shit in the mailbox, and her fucking friend is like, "Hey, yo, what's going on? Fuck."
This is not a part of conspiracy. This is what I like to call how black folk innocently get other black folk hit up.
Yeah, it really was.
This is actually not a whole little segment, but I gotta say, niggas, we know how to blow covers for our best friends. Hey, Trina, fuck shit. Trina, shut the fuck up, bitch.
Oh, no. It happens across the board because the
this shit. Oh shit. Hey, yo, what's up, Rob? Hey, where Rob running to, nigga? Where you running?
The funniest time that ever happens is when black celebs be trying to be like incognito. You get that one person that be like, "Oh shit, is that Taraji?" And it's like, fuck. Because this is the thing. I feel Taraji, if she puts on something inconspicuous, she could get away with it and stuff to a degree until somebody blows up her spot. I think I told you about my man from fucking the Parkers that rolled into Wegmans, and now he had that fucking little hoodie on and shit. And
what's the name? What's the name? Professor Ogilvy.
Yeah. He rolled into folks, I shit you not. He walked right into Wegmans. I looked him in his eye and said, "What's up?" and kept it moving. But I know if I blew up his spot, people would be like, "Oh shit."
Why, now here's the fun part about that. The reason why he lives over here, and the reason why you have some. Now, if anybody knows this about Washington, D.C., the D.C. area, especially Prince George's County, we do have what I like to call lower black celebrities that live in this neighborhood. Why? Because PG is fucking PG. It's fucking Wakanda. Nigga is actually really good. Now check it out. The reason why he's over there is because I know for a fact that one of the movie houses in the Chitlin Circuit is the Washington, D.C. area because BET Studios stay making their movies in Prince George's and Montgomery County. So, of course, Professor Ogilvy said, "You know what? I want to move to the Washington, D.C. area." That's what he said.
Like, he probably what, low-key, I think he probably live in Bowie, too. I know
he probably do. He probably do because there's a list of movies. There's three, I think it's called, what do you call, Christmas with the Huntleys or whatever. I forgot what the name of it is. Him and Jasmine Guy are husband and wife. They record the whole movie in Akakeek. You can, and when I say Akakeek, you look at the houses, nigga, that's Akakeek. Big, look, these big Negro, look, I call Negro royalty houses. You know them houses that are big, and then you look at the kitchen, and then you look at the living room, it's like, oh, this a nigga house. Oh, this one black. This where black folks is like, yeah, the government job been real good. So I decided to move the family out, try to build the wealth for the black man. Do you know how many black folk out in Akakeek are masturbate on the fact, well, we as black people have to have our own wealth.
Let me tell y'all folks.
And in doing so.
I'll tell you folks about Akakeek. Akakeek is in this funny little spot where it's not quite PG County, it's not quite Charles County. It's like it's in that little, it's like the DC of the Southern Maryland area where it's like it exists in this purgatory sort of
it's
weird.
Its own pocket, and it's like I don't know the name of the neighborhood in Atlanta, but niggas from Atlanta, y'all, and niggas from Atlanta and niggas from Chicago, y'all know what I'm talking about. Where it's rich black folk and it's always pocketed adjacent to this. Y'all know what I forgot the name of the neighborhood in Atlanta, but it's like, oh, where the rich niggas live at. Oh yeah, it's over there. I hate how every black city that's worth a damn. Detroit, Chicago, Charlotte. Oh, the rich niggas. Yeah, the rich niggas live on that side of the city.
I mean, and that's funny, yeah, man. but nah. That's when her spot got blown up, and you just see the SUV roll up and kidnap her again. Funniest shit ever, because her friend is walking and doing her business, and you just see in the background she gets kidnapped, and she's like, oh, all right, whatever. Cool.
I don't know. Somebody got her. That's how black folk is. Somebody picked her up.
Yeah, I don't know. Be a rapper.
It looked funny though. I will say it looked funny. That's what he gave to her. I don't know. She asked for some money. It was black SUV. It was I hate black folks so much. Look, she looked it up.
You gotta make sure it's real. You gotta make sure it's real.
I gotta be real, Chris. Bitch, you a hooker. Why does it matter? I know. What do you say? Respect sexual workers. Fuck no. Bitch, you a hooker. Why you give a fuck about if it's real?
But what? Okay, so basically the plan was this. Slick decides, okay, obviously when you die, the people kidnap you, take your dead body, and they bring you on the ground. So what we're going to do is we're going to fake you getting shot. You're going to get shot in the chest. It's going to hurt. And Isaac's going to do it. Now,
it was so funny. He was told her, you got a plan? You ain't going to like it.
Now, I laugh because Isaac is basically auditioning for trying to do the line. And I like how his boy was like.
And they show that. Now, here's the thing. They show him so you mean to tell me there's some white motherfuckers underneath us right now doing all this experimentation and shit. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that shit. Shot that nigga. Because I would have did the same thing.
No. The line. Boogie Eli or Training Day? Which Denzel did he nail? He was like, Boogie Eli. Nah, man, bring that back. We got bring that
back. I love how he did it. Because later on, when you find out they was doing a lot, I love it.
The line read, he said, no, we ain't doing it.
I love black folks so much. He's like, yeah, it's experimental motherfuckers. You got it, my nigga. I hate black folks so much.
Dude, with all them black folks,
let me be very clear. I love it when hood niggas act like are in elements where it's like, nah, bro, do that line over again because this whole shit sound bad, nigga.
Okay, Ryan, you might back up. You might be right on this, Buckhead.
I don't think is it Buckhead down in Atlanta.
Buckhead could be.
I thought Buckhead wasn't considered where the rich folk lived at. It might,
they got that. I don't know. It's the mall in that area, and so
that's what I'm saying. Is that Buckhead?
Maybe
I forgot. Maybe it's where all the mansions at down there in Atlanta, man, and all this black folk mansions.
Nah, when they rolled into the liquor store, and that's when I said I saw that it was a white guy that was managing that store. And he was like, yeah, can you tell us where the elevator to the secret laboratory is?
You kind of tell us where the elevator to your secret laboratory is.
I like how he nudges his boy hey, oh.
Oh, yeah, I got you. This movie knew how to have fun with itself. Now, gets to the point where we are at the point of the movie where we have to learn who's behind all this shit. And yeah, I will say this. There's one thing I will say. I don't know how Fontaine woke up, but he woke up.
He woke up with the bullet, so
I get it. I get the fake death, but shut the fuck up. The movie's almost over.
Nah, I will say this though. And this maybe because it's filming styles is updated. I did enjoy because that scene we were talking about earlier with Nixon and them and having all the black folks there. We see Fontaine's duplicate who is dressed up in a fucking all black suit and got the clean haircut and everything. And it's surreal as shit because it's like, wow, we really gotten really good with filming where we can have the same guy, same actor playing both characters in the same screen. And it fucks your head up because he's silent. He ain't speaking.
His name is Chester.
Now, Chester, put the gun in your mouth, Fontaine.
Come on, Fontaine, put it in Yo-Yo's head. All right, that's enough of that.
That's enough of
See,
that.
we control all you. Control all you through the chicken and the look. We control all you.
The grape drink.
Chicken and the grape drink. And the grape drink, by the way, I'm gonna put it out there. Whoever made this haven't been to church in a while because ain't nobody drinking. Ain't nobody taking communion like that. If they don't come in a little pretty pack of shit, what we doing here, man? Ain't nobody breaking out the Manischewitz and just dumping into the cups, man. What is this, man? 1984. When the last time you been to church, nigga? Anyway,
anyways. When he wakes up and he busts up in there and stuff because number one, Yo-Yo got captured and they're about to put that chemicals in her hair to control
because the perm
controls.
Okay, real quick on that, black folk, you already know our little history when it comes to straight hair and our trauma with hair. Okay, so we don't need to go into it. You already get the message. You get a perm. Let's burn all that nigga out of you. Yeah, click it. Like, yeah, that's right. Go ahead, dance, nigga. There ain't nothing wrong with your life. Who cares if your husband is cheating on you?
There is something about the black community and hair care products. And if we had to add another store into the mix that's always in the area, it's the
beauty supply
stores run by Korean or Chinese or whatever.
You know what? I don't want to say yes, but I'm gonna say yes.
Sally's
is definitely Sally's. If there's a Sally's in your neighborhood, that's where the elevator's at. It's not in the Korean spots. It ain't that little Korean woman that be talking to you nasty. It's the ones at Sally's. That's where the elevator's at.
Got all the wigs lined up across the back wall.
The wigs.
Got the area with the clippers.
I think barbershops are the only. Now it's kind of funny. Much like in Undercover Brother, I think the black barbershops, however, are actually where all the black people. That's where our underground niggas at the barbershops. Going to a black barbershop, take you down to the other.
But nah, I like how when all the black folks got down there, I was rolling with my man.
I love it. We was burning everything.
My man was on the fucking phone like, hey, man, go ahead and bring some hoes down here. You know, I'm down here on the ground, nigga. You see this?
What, black folk, why? This is not the time to be silly.
Isaac's line was funny. When he walked out the elevator, took a drag off a cigarette, I knew they were trapping down here.
Boy, to me, that's also that is a pure black line because black folk, anytime something go down in the hood that we know is messed up and it get proven. See what I told you? When I saw that van pick up, I told you.
Hold up, B. You ain't doing it right. You got to have the cigarette in your mouth. Like, see, I told you.
See, I told you, nigga. I told you, nigga. They was down here doing this. I told you. What?
He said, see, I knew they were trapping down here. I lost it. I was like,
I knew they were trapping down here. I knew it. Like something right. I knew the second. There's always an anomaly, black folk. We good at that. We good at seeing the glitches. Black folk are great at seeing glitches in the Matrix. And we're like,
wait a minute.
Nobody ain't seen that shit. Yeah, I saw that shit too. What was that?
Hey, I tell you about what was that moment. I laugh how Chester went full John Wick on Fontaine in that fucking hallway, bro.
That was hilarious. Quit, stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Like,
that's what I was doing.
Look at CQC'd his ass. I'm like, God damn. Like,
now, this is where it does get kind of confusing for me a little bit. Only in the sense of, I get why you're cloning people, but how long you were doing this?
Long time.
Wait, yeah, a long time. So how old are you? Wait a minute. If that was his brother, who left him to die? Or did you just update that story of how his little brother died? And I think it's that part right there. We just didn't have enough time to explain it all. Or it went through like 5 different drafts, and you was like, hopefully the audience won't notice this. But basically, film critic did. But anyway.
But basically, the OG Fontaine, his whole thing was he's working with white folks to go about generational breeding. Which, that's some stuff that's from slave times, basically.
This is where white folk tried and failed. And it's documented that white folk tried.
This data. You can try to erase that shit all you want to, but it's data on that shit.
And this is also the reason why black folk, much like I said early in the episode when it came to us giving out organs, this is why we have stories like this, because it happened. So yeah, it's kind of weird where you would think that they would try to do some shit. I believe that every government organization once said, "How do we control the people, Smithers?" I think they all have done that. You know what I mean?
But here's the thing. Here's the other part of it, though, that I think is interesting when we talk about the whole generational breeding thing, right? The opposite is true, and there's video of the guy saying it. But basically, there is an innate fear with a select group of white people because they feel as though white people are going to go extinct, right? Because it goes into what you were saying about how like there was a bunch of white writers that were saying about like how like white people aren't fucking anymore and they're not having kids and all that stuff, right? And there's always this big push on when are they going to have kids, even though we know full and well a lot of people ain't having kids because money. Like money, the fuck, like
money plays a part of it.
Just the way of the world and how kids are being taught in schools. It's just so much stuff. But it was this big push of like nobody's fucking and having kids. And I was like, that's kind of weird. And it is that innate nature of like white people are starting to be extinct now.
Now, here's the thing: white people had this fear for probably a couple hundred so years, and but they were more like fringe cults. And like little communes that will have these thoughts of that we must breed in order that there be another. That's always been a thing. Even I'll even go so far as to say that's not even a white people problem.
Yeah. I don't want to.
I will go
necessarily specify that, but yeah.
But at the same time, what we're seeing in America with this is this panic of white people knowing that their offspring, there might be a chance that their offspring will be inundated with Negro and Latino, and that scares them.
Oh yeah, look,
that scares them because it's the difference between the 1%, because the 1% are going to keep fucking each other. They don't care. They don't care. It's all the rest of the white people like, wait a minute, so you don't care that the country's going to be brown? We have a way to control those niggers. Good luck. And you're like, well, no, what about us? That's an extreme way of thinking it, but that's the way I feel with it.
You remember white folks were freaking out at that fucking Cheerios commercial with the mixed race kids and then the family and shit?
All right,
folks, white people lost their fucking mind on that goddamn commercial. I'm like, what?
It's kind of funny. My biggest problem with these commercials with mixed race couples is like that white guy's too ugly to be that fine ass black or Asian lady. That's my only knock on it. And also, every time a brother is in it with a white girl, why you get the plainest regular white woman? Anyway,
couldn't get fucking Lisa Remini or anything like that.
Yeah, get one with some juicy lips, man. No, it gotta be. It has to be chastity with her flat titty. Look, anyway, but like it's amazing how white people actually freak out over that. They don't want to see a mixing of the races and all the rest of that shit. Despite, to me, white people doing it themselves, because y'all be the first ones to bring up Martin Luther King for no damn reason. So guess what? White people, black people holding hands, breeding.
First of all, that's the FBI that brings that up all the time. They bring up the cheating of MLK. And Martin Luther King cheated, right? I'm like, first off, don't give me that bullshit psyop.
Dr. King. We stand by the words of Dr. King that we need racial unity.
Y'all killed him.
Y'all the ones that killed him. James Earl Ray was like, man, so I get the money, but it's going to be 2 chicken sandwiches too, right? All right, cool. I just got to make sure they're there, man.
Can I get Jesse Jackson too? Is that possible?
I feel like I stand by what I said.
I feel Jesse was the second one, and it was like, nah.
I stand by what I said. I know what happened. They shot Dr. King. They ran, like the FBI ran there. People ran in there. They saw Jesse, and they're like, they're about to shoot Jesse, and Jesse put his hands up. Lale Lule Lo. What did you say? I'm with the Lale Lule Lo. Like Jesse Jackson is a patriot spy. I believe that.
Plot
Now,
twist,
am I taking away anything that Jesse Jackson has done for the black people? No, I'm not. But to me, brother, I think you a Patriot spy, and we've been letting you get away with it. That's all I gotta say.
Plot twist: the Patriots turned on him by planting that crack in the prostitute in the room.
Now that was Marion Barry you thinking of. You thinking?
Oh, my bad.
Nah. Marion Barry, no, white man wanted to take him out for years. That was
just perfect opportunity.
They took Marion out though. I like how Marion was up there. If y'all look at Automated for Life, Marion Barry, he was in the hotel with that hooker, and she was like
free basing like a motherfucker.
She was over there free basing like her, and I know he's from Alabama. No, I know he's from Mississippi. But like a DC nigga, I'm trying to get some pussy, baby. What we doing here? I'm trying to get some of you. Why we in here doing all this? I love when he said that. Like, I'm trying to get some of you. I ain't trying to get some of that. I'm like, Barry trying to get some pussy.
Now, my thing is this. Now, did you notice
the second he hit that joke, they came in there. He was like, this bitch. I knew it. I knew it. This bitch set me up. I knew it.
Now, did you peep when Fontaine is breaking the story down? When you look at the tube, it's the different spectrum of color of people in that tube. It's like you got the dark skin, you got the Patrick Mahomes light skin, you got the brown skin, and it's like, oh, generational breeding. So you're trying to get a little variety that they have a 10. Because it was funny. Fontaine was like, so how's they gonna look if a black person just wakes up and they got blonde hair and blue eyes? Like, how the hell does that
expect that shit to work?
He's like, oh no, we figuring that out.
Don't worry. We like, and the thing that get me, and it needs to be important to say. You really think this is the only city? You think the Glen's the only place where we at, motherfucker?
But he said, when he specified we're taking this nationwide, I was like, oh, so it's outside of here.
Oh, that shit like in D's opinion, that shit started in Harlem. If I was a bet man, Harlem, Chicago, or Detroit, there was the starting point. If I was a bet man, it's one of those three.
I mean, look, when he said that, and then like Fontaine says the fucking magic word, and fucking Chester just, I'm like, oh shit. Because basically, OG Fontaine basically he organized all of it across the country. So killing him, it does stop it, at least for now, until white people find out another way to do it up and stuff. But it was kind of like surreal, like they're letting everybody out the tube and stuff, and then like Yo-Yo and Slick are fighting Nixon, and Nixon doing the white man, like I'm gonna go very villain and tell everything and talk my shit.
He shot that motherfucker, man.
Oh,
I was like, so the part that get me, y'all, they cleaned like my cousin. Hey man, they clone folk out here, show they clone folk out
here. Shit wild.
I love y'all Georgia niggas that put Shorty in everything. They down here, Shorty. They out here just killing. They down here clone niggas, yo.
Dude, I like how it's like, and this is why you gotta love us as black people. Just the fact that all them clones coming up and immediately the church comes through, helping out those clones. Because that's what the black church does. Yeah. They come through, help people. Yeah. Hey, put a blanket over these people. We gotta help these people.
I told y'all. See, what happened was it's a whole organization that they got underneath us. It's in every city. It's in Chicago. It's in LA. It's in New York.
Oh, I like how it cuts off, and then they get together and stuff. And basically, Yo-Yo's whole thing was, I'm going to leave this life and go to Memphis and stuff. So I guess the Scooby Gang is going to go to Memphis and do the same thing, probably.
Yes. And if you like, and I stand by it. I think it's in every. I don't have. Where's my folder? I thought I had my folder. Much like the tour dates. You know what? I have to hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Hold on. Where's my folder? Hold on. Much like Chris. Much like so Chris. Oh damn. So Chris the other day, yesterday, thought it would be a good idea to send me and DJ Sue the tour dates of the Jason's Lyric
live.
Why would you do that, Chris? Why do you?
Because we talked about it with New Jack City live, so I was like, all right, Jason Lyric live, cool.
Man, okay. I believe, Chris, that there is oh,
you might. D, you might. Uh-oh.
There it is.
All right. You said you believe.
Okay. Yeah, so I believe in all these cities that they have the same, they have a whole network. Houston, New Orleans, LA, Oakland, Detroit, Cleveland, Milwaukee, Chicago, Annapolis, Louisville, Memphis, St. Louis, DC, Norfolk, Richmond, Philly, New Haven, yes, New Haven, Baltimore, Raleigh, Atlanta, Charlotte, Brooklyn. Yeah, there's a network underneath those cities where it's like, it's not enough malt liquor on this side of the neighborhood. Make sure that
I swear, like, so here's where it gets surreal. We finally get the Tyrone of this movie. So
they're in California.
They're in Los Angeles, like Watts, probably.
Like instead of your mama. You want some breakfast? This one, hey mom, I'm finna go store.
You want anything?
Store. No, I'm finna go store. When I heard the store, I was like, hey yo, John, good for you changing your accent to an LA accent, but I finna go. I mean,
even the clothes, because he's wearing the fucking Converses and the khaki pleated khakis and shit.
It goes
teardrop on his eyes.
It go from it's winter, it's clearly winter time in Atlanta in the South. Cause y'all niggas in the South, all y'all gotta do is wear hoodies. Not us up here. We gotta wear hoodies plus something else. Y'all just wear hoodies, that's it. But anyway, it go from wearing hoodies to he has a windbreaker on. It's different. All of a sudden you see palm trees. He's in a fucking 6'4". He ain't anything else. I like. Next thing you know, they all watching the news. Him and his homies watching the news. While he's drinking his Anaconda malt liquor, he's noticing the news. Hey man, they cloned it. Like what? Hey, yo, Tyrone, that's not you. He sees himself on there just on the. He just stayed like, what the fuck? No, they credits. I'm like, thank you.
Oh, when we said put a pin in that whole thing when he was talking to his mom, you find out in the movie.
Oh yeah,
when he's like, because he's having that mental breakdown of like everything that's happened to him. Kicks open the door. Mom never existed. It's a voice box that has automated like responses and stuff to everything, which it's kind of funny in a way because you would think over time of him living in the house and going through that cycle, he would have seen his mom one time.
Yeah.
And I never, and granted, that's a smidge of a plot hole a little bit, but you go along with it because of the story.
It is. And a lot of the, yes and no, a lot of hood niggas do have grandmas or moms that never leave the house. They always watching stories, Judge Judy, whatever it may be. And the least you can do is wash your ass and make sure I have something to eat before you go out there and do whatever you doing. Hey, your mom, I'm doing this. Like, what you need to do, like, no, and it's like you keep your son there knowing damn well that nigga doing whatever. You don't say nothing because hate Fontaine all you want. He keeping the lights on. Yeah. There's a lot of drug dealers that are doing that. They mamas can't stand him, but why won't kick him out? Because he gives their mama shoes, make sure there's food in the house. I told that boy to put food in his house. And that nigga ain't been at home for 3 or 5 days. He on the street doing whatever. Like, so there's I will give it that. There's a believability with that too, where, but come on, Chris. Not one time you open that door. That's that's where the
but it is a mental fuck. You kick down the door and there's nobody there, and it's like, oh fuck! Like
I knew it the second time. The second time when he got shot and woke up and knocked on the door, and she didn't open up that door, I was like, okay, there ain't nobody back there.
Either that or it's a white person on a computer or some shit.
I thought it was going to be something messed up.
Or a robot.
The very worst I thought it was going to be was like a skeleton just like, you know.
Oh man, that would have been like, God damn, like we really doing that?
But I remember thinking that I bet she's dead. And I was thinking to myself, hey D, how does that help the plot? Okay, so she's not back there.
But not like I did like how Tyrone just had that look of like, oh, so I guess the LA branch is about to get fucked up now.
Yeah, I like the way he looked on. So it's like, the fuck, that's me. Hey, Tyrone, that's how you. Nigga, they cloned Tyrone. I like, thank you. When I saw that, and I get it from the standpoint of, yeah, usually a nigga that calls a shit in your neighborhood is a Ty or a Tyrone.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I mean,
in my case, it's always a Darius or a D, whatever, a Demetrius, a Deshaun, a Devontae. The D names are the ones that like that nigga. He the one fucking up, man.
I mean, you know what's crazy to me about this movie? It got a lot of praise from a lot of folks, but it was kind of wild to me. Like for an original screenplay that it got, I'm not saying it should have got like. I know the Oscars get very finicky about Netflix movies and stuff, but I always felt like, much like Get Out, this is actually a really good original script.
I feel like there's two types of black scripts that do this. And because it was comedy, I think for some people, I'm talking this is for black people. Black people felt lost. It didn't have the sting that it was supposed to have because it was a comedy.
Okay.
And therefore it didn't get appreciated the way it should. I'm with the folks of when you float too close of telling on white people, they don't like it. And I felt like this movie was like white people like, okay, we'll let you have this. So can we win awards? No, you can't. Like, yeah, we flew a little bit too close to the sun, where it was like, of course, and I'm saying this from the standpoint of I do not believe in the fantasies that a lot of our conspiracy theories have.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's let me put it this way, Chris. It's not, I don't think it's an underground. I don't think it's underground. That's the best way I can tell you. I don't think what they're doing is underground. I think it's directly in our faces.
Of course, it's always in our faces.
So you see what I'm saying? I think it's like
look. We joked all the time about how like the FBI put fucking podcast material in front of black men, and that's why we got all these goofy ass black dudes doing shit. And I'm like, you know what? That is a conspiracy theory I can buy into.
I'm with that too. I'm with there always being them planting. Okay, I thought this was stupid because black folk just didn't realize that it was COVID and we had nothing to do. But you know how black people are like, man, all of a sudden they found all these crates in the ghetto to do this. Like, they're crates. You can find crates anywhere, you dumbass. So, like, there's a difference between that and, hey, have y'all noticed that there's a lot of trucks that are specifically doing this action and it's moving something out or into the hood that ain't supposed to be there? Or have you noticed, like, why is there, and black folk, y'all probably know this too, why is there that one building that's always empty in the hood, but there's always a truck there? And and it goes as far as like, is the FBI listening to black people? Yes, they are. Are they doing it like that, surveillance like that? I don't think it's the surveillance we think it is.
I'll tell you.
I don't think it's the surveillance we think it is, but there's surveillance.
The next level surveillance is, well, if you work in the government space, Microsoft Teams.
Yeah, there are ways of getting into. There are ways of getting.
It ain't gonna be overt, like there's a mic underneath the desk or some bullshit.
Nah. I think we're past the Cold War shit, y'all. I think we passed the Cold War technology.
It's called a phone.
It's called that, and it's also called NCF. And all of us, and a lot of us, don't cut off our NCF, and that opens you up to a lot of. All I got to do is this.
I said one day I wanted to get some fruit snacks because I was like, I kind of have a taste for it. No bullshit. I'm on Facebook. I see an advertisement for them fucking Welch's fruit snacks, and I'm like,
did you say it out loud?
I did say it out loud.
You said it out loud.
I was thinking out loud when I said it.
Now, I had something happen to me the other day, and it's still the biggest fuck you of all time. I thought, what was I thinking of? I forgot what store that was. I was like, you know, it'd be good if I get up there and I got to get this and that. This wasn't like no food or nothing like, you know, that's holding the black man down shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just something regular. I look at my phone. Guess what the first advertiser showed? I'm like, you motherfucker. I didn't even say nothing out loud that time. That's not funny. That's not funny.
Those moments fucks my head, though.
Now, I do take that as coincidence sometimes, but sometimes because I know how good algorithms has gotten in the last 5 years.
Oh no, I've had those moments where I'm thinking something and then it pops up on the advertisement.
I see it.
No, I'm with you on that because you'll think something and then it pops up and it's like, I didn't even, like you said, I didn't say it out loud. What the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
Is it reading my head?
I can accept if I say Bermuda 5 times and that's how come to Bermuda. I can understand that. But if I'm nearly thinking, you know what? I want to go eat some hot dogs today. All of a sudden I hop on my phone. Nathan's. Why I getting all these Nathans? The one thing I didn't realize that, you know what I really truly realized how algorithms work was my second son, not my first son, my second son. And I remember saying to myself, I got to get some Pampers. And for the next 3 months, until ironically he stopped using Pampers, I used to get advertisements from them, and it was fucking freaky. I was thinking, like, are they listening to my phone? About 2 years later, that's when we got the thing where they can pretty much get it from the phone, and that blew my mind, bro.
I am dreading the day that I have to get Pampers, and that's going to be all my fucking advertisements.
It's going to be all your advertisement, bro. It's going to be Pampers, and it's going to be
baby wipes.
Not baby wipes. They don't get ain't no baby wipe commercials like that.
Gerber.
There's no formula commercials like that either. It's like it's going to be something baby oriented where it's trying to sell you something. I forgot. I can't really tell you specifically, because when my third son, I got Pamper commercials, but it was more of just Huggies and like, I don't know, Micro Machine commercials or some shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah. But anyways, that's Stay Home Tyrone. Very enjoyable movie. I wish it came out on DVD because I know Netflix might. Oh, no, it's a Netflix original. It might stay on that platform for a while. But are we still doing Django next time?
Next week we're probably not going to do Django. Actually, I don't know what we're going to do.
I feel we should do Django.
I feel like we should, just regardless, because DJ Sue will be back. And it would be, I know it would be like, oh man, it's Black History Month is over with. I think we should do Django. And you know what? If we are going, definitely, I will say this. I cannot keep no promises, but if DJ Sue is going to be back for it, we're definitely doing Django Unchained.
We should.
If not, I will throw it in the air. It's going to be a surprise to Chris, and you're going to be surprised to Chris what I'm going to pick, because I'm picking one at random. But it's going to be one that we need to do.
Nah, I do feel we should do Django though, like come hell or high water.
No. I want it. No, we need Eris there. If Eris is not there, we're not doing.
I mean, he gets back. He gets back in time for BlurCon. Which, by the way, folks.
That's what we're going to segue into. That's what we're going to segue.
By the way, folks, if you're watching this on the BlurCon YouTube channel or not, we're going to be at BlurCon all 3 days. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. Janelle Monáe is going to be there, which is going to be crazy.
I'm going to put it out there to you right now. She's not there to sing for you niggas.
Yes. And if she does, it's one of those if you know, you know kind of situation.
She is not there to sing for you niggas. She is not there to show her body or nothing. She's there to sell what she's going to sell, and she's probably going to stand on top of a table, and that's about it. But Janelle Monáe will be there. Thank you.
Yeah. They're also premiering a new cartoon, animated show there. That's going to be great. But like I said, it's March. The weather looked like it's going to be very cooperative next weekend.
Yeah,
which is great.
I thought it was going to.
We all thought it was going to get rain.
Hey, look, and I don't even think it's going to be rain, but there's still a chance for March to go, my back. It's 30 degrees today, baby. It's still a chance, y'all. So don't get too excited.
But
feeling all this 60-degree weather and thinking we done made it.
But we fully expect there's going to be definitely a busy weekend, packed house, and all of us just having fun as usual there. So yeah, definitely tune in. If you're not going to be able to make it, tune in to the BlurCon YouTube channel for our Blur Station live stream. We're going to have a wide variety of different media outlets that are going to be on there doing their thing alongside us doing our thing, and it's going to be fun. Definitely going to be doing it up and stuff. So yeah, that's it, and we will catch you guys later.
Peace. Man, they done clone all the niggas, man. I knew this was